up to watch today, but I think the Blacks.
I'm going with the Blacks as well, and we're underway here at the Snake Pit. Tossed up, O'Keefe, the late inclusion, got a tap down to it initially, although the clearance is going to be won here by the Blacks. Although going back is Sully. Big Tom Sullivan takes the mark at centre half back. We'll be able to relieve pressure here for the Snow Dogs early. Drives it straight up the line, trying to make the most of the breeze early. Kicks to centre half forward. It's gone over the head there of Watson. And now the ball's at ground level. Watson had it again. There was Iamano. Watson again on hands and knees, trying to flick it out. Although it's come out, clearing kick out towards halfback has worked. Mark taken here for the Blacks, and they'll be able to rebound here and try and drive it inside, attacking 50. There weren't too many options going forward, so they had to pull the kick at the last. Hughes was in there, but he was dispossessed straight away, trying to fend out of trouble, getting a kick away. There was O'Neill, bouncing ball up towards half forward. Good strong tackle there by Smith. He wraps it up, and the umpire says, give it to me. It'll be a ball up at centre half forward for the Uni Blacks.
Very good tackle there, but I just noticed the Blacks came up to the middle of the ground and once again didn't have that avenue to goal, but they were very smart the way they held it up around half forward there.
So repeat stoppages, 48 metres out from the University Blacks goal. Away macking at full forward, Michael Caven's got the job on him for the Snow Dogs. That'll be a match-up to watch today. Charlie Vagues after the footy at ground level. It'll get locked beneath him and Kane Loftus, the umpire taking the time, and now the ball does come out. Cassidy snaps it. Sinclair, no, got a hand to it. It was touched off the boot, wouldn't have counted. And now the St Bernard's defence will tackle the ball to the ground. It's Gwynn locking it up. We've still 40 metres out from the University Blacks goal. All for the Moonee Ponds Club, yet to score in this contest. We've played a minute. James Clark snaps out of the contest towards the top of the square. It drifts out the back. Macking is around the place. Caven and Holland for St Bernard's. Holland was clean. Runs away from O'Neill. His kick was interrupted on its way through. Loftus now with it. He might throw a boot at this one, Kane Loftus. It's now locked beneath his knees. Hands and knees. Macking doing some tackling on Dom Sullivan. And we'll get a stoppage right half forward, 45 metres out from the Blacks goal, Hugo.
Just noticed a couple of times, the umpire really happy to let that play out a bit of wrestling on the ground, so it'd be interesting to see when the first one's called. Here we go, that's high. Oh, Mackie!
Oh, he's gone for a big fly. Tonji at ground level. Smith, Vesio over the top of the footy, 10 metres out from the goal. It's cleared by Delizio, not too far. This has just been living in the Blacks forward half for this passage. Holland is trying to fire it out to left half back. He'll get a free kick for high contact. And Marcus Holland will take it 40 metres out from the defensive goal square.
So they're able to breathe a sigh of relief here for a moment. Holland goes short. Just happy to just slow it down a little bit. It's been a chaotic opening few minutes, this match. Here, Big Top Sullivan looks to switch the play. Dangerous kick. Tongi's got to do well here. He's got to beat a couple. He does pretty well, actually. He does win the footy. Hands it over to Barati. Runs through the centre. Spears a kick up to half forward. That's good. Watson's marked it. He might be too far out to score even with the breeze. Ted looks to spear a kick in towards full forward. He's got it over the top of the defence. Great spearing kick on the left foot by Matty Watson. And he's set up an opportunity for that man, Charlie Vague, who'll line up about 25 metres out directly in front.
Geez, great work by Tungy there over the back. But that man, Barati, he's going to be dynamic on that wing today. How many times are we going to see Barati to Watson? Hopefully not that far from goal, but that was just beautiful work by the Snow Dogs there. Just working their way back, not panicking, and just that sneaky one over the top. They very, very impressive there.
Kicked an excellent goal into the breeze last week, Charlie Vague. He's kicked one with it this time. The opening goal of the game. It's a great start for the Snow Dogs. 3.5 minutes gone here on the opening term, on the scoreboard in the opening term for the Moonee Ponds Club. St Bernard's 1 straight 6, Uni Blacks yet to score.
So it was, once again, just the way that the Snow Dogs, you know, they transitioned across goal and didn't panic, but some very good play there. So Tungy beat 2 players there with, you know, very, very just determined play, but going to be an interesting one. The Blacks had a lot of the ball in the forward half, so good to get one on the board early.
So they've got the win in the first quarter, St Bernard's, which is going to the right of your radio dial towards the Buckley Street end of the ground. Charlie Vague making the most of it to start us off. So the Snow Dogs by 1 straight kick. 4 minutes gone for the Moonee Ponds Club. In the middle of the ground we go. O'Keefe, the late inclusion. He looks pretty spry. Want it down in the Gwyn direction. Darkus took it away. Loftus goes inside 50 for the Blacks. Backing back is Smith. Maybe was pushed into the pack. St Clair's after it, as is Vesio. 2 Snow Dogs down in back play as the umpire calls a stoppage. And we might have to just stop the game for a moment. Tongi is down.
I think it's Hughes is the other one.
Yeah, the skipper of the Snow Dogs, Mitch Hughes, who was motionless for a good 10-15 seconds. He's now on his haunches. Tongi looks like it might be a shoulder ailment. Hughes is not looking in a great way at the moment, I'm sad to say, for the Snow Dogs.
Elbow.
Yeah, Tongi to his feet, holding the left elbow. Raj Johnston's going to be busy on the boundary line for Autosport Victoria. And Tongi looking like he is trying to push away the trainers, Hugo.
I think that was an elbow from Tongi into Hughes' head. That's what I think's happened there. So it was a hard contest, but Tongi seems all right. And Hughes is waving the trainers. Is he? No, they were escorting him to the sideline there.
Did the umpire just signal a blood rule there? I think he may have done. Yeah, there is a bit of claret coming from Mitch Hughes there, so he'll have to get that sorted.
I think it's coming from the back of his head, courtesy of his teammate's elbow.
It was a huge contest across centre-half forward for the Blacks, and then Hughes probably going with the flight of the footy, was met by a pack of players. Tongi looks to have shaken off that elbow. It might be a stinger. He's taken his place next to Matt Grocott in the forward pocket, so hopefully he'll be able to continue on. Mitch Hughes will have news on as this game continues through the first quarter. So the Snow Dogs potentially a man down just 6 minutes into this game, Matthew.
And it's tossed up here at half forward again for the Blacks. Tapped down by O'Keefe.
Roved.
Roved and snapped towards goal. It's going to go across the face. It was an effort that was wide there from Ackland Evans. A minor score, so one behind to one straight 6. The opening term scoreboard for the Moonee Ponds Club. It's still the Snow Dogs who lead, and Caven's going to bring the ball back into play. It was not a great kick. It's gone over the head of a couple of players down there. And it's going to be one back by the Blacks, dribbling towards the boundary line. It's not going to go out of play, Hugo. It's instead going to remain in dispute here. Trying to crash through was Vesio. And a whole bunch of players diving on top of the football, and now the umpire will call for it.
Yeah, I might have gone a bit earlier on that one, but now that Pecci's so angry about those calls, I love seeing those go to the boundary.
So tossed up here between wing and half forward. Rana got a good run at it, handed it down, and then it was O'Neill who tried to flick it on with the hand pass. Now it's trickling towards the forward 50 here for the Blacks. Ball still hasn't quite gone over the line of the 50 arc at least. And the umpire will call for it once more. We'll get another stoppage.
There's a lot of pressure around the ball, isn't there? Once that ball's on the ground, I think it's going to be a stoppage every day.
So Rana straight down to Vague, who thought better of the kick, gave the handball away to Ethan Schumann, who kicks straight to Aleo of the University Blacks at centre-half back for his squad. He spreads it real wide. Matty Grocott in the 83 today, as opposed to his usual number 4. Couldn't pick it up. Big tackle there laid. It looked like Valpede out there in the far wing. Neutral territory. Aleo goes again, forces the handball forward. Blacks go through. Valpede's handball no good. Tommy Sullivan, that's the number 25 for St Bernard's, got it to Vague. And they'll move it through Watson now. The Snowies outer side wing, ends up in the hands of Marcus Holland. And he has a lead up front. That's Tom Sullivan.
Still a long way from goal out there. There's a big ground, isn't it? Very wide.
So the number 8 for the Snowies drives it deep inside 50. McNichols down there, as is Robertson. It gets out the back, and Conlon on the third attempt, Hugo, takes it 35 metres out from goal at left half forward.
Now, if we look at this ground as well, that's a very deep, wide pocket, so that's a hard kick. I mean, as Peachy would say, there's plenty of daylight between the goals, but from out there, there's not much. He's that tight, it could get stuck between the posts here, Paddy.
He could. So Conlon, 8 goals on the season. Last time he had 12 disposals, 2 goals, and he will certainly get one today because he's been advanced. Oh, he won't, sorry, pardon me, he's gone sideways to Holland. I thought he'd been given 50.
Trying to get your attention, but you weren't watching the play, Paddy, but that's all right. Just one other one on Matthew Watson, loving his game early. He's pushing higher up the ground. He was stayed home forward here last week and was well held, but he's getting up the ground and getting involved in the chains, and already been a really positive start from him.
So it's an improved angle here for Marcus Holland, 45 degrees, but he's going to have to kick it from the paint of 50. Here he comes in the blue boots, drives it high and long and into the right-hand goalpost. He wasn't far away there, Marcus Holland. St Bernard's 1-1-7. The University Blacks just the one behind. We've played 8.5 minutes in the first term for the Moonee Ponds Club.
So the reliable Moorfield at a fullback steps into the field of play and goes short with an effective enough kick to Clark. He goes back to Moorfield, up by Deems at 15.
He did.
Back to Clark. So just a little bit of a kick-to-kick game here between Moorfield and Clark. Maybe to just hold on to the footy.
Snow Dogs are doing a really good job of taking away the short, easy options now.
So Clark does go down the line. Big fly from Rana, got hands to it, couldn't complete the mark. Little Tommy Sullivan's in there, but the ball trickles over the boundary line and will get a throw in.
Really impressed with the defensive work of the Snow Dogs there. They had absolutely nothing up there, the Blacks. So they've started really well, the Dogs, haven't they?
Yeah. With the advantage of a breeze kicking to the Buckley Street end. Sorry, Hugo.
No, that's right. Even though this is not their favourite ground at the moment, I don't think they're going very well at home this year, are they?
Still looking for their first win of the season at home. They have got points here. A draw last week, of course, against Uni Blues. Tommy Sullivan again, hands it over to Schumann, rode the tackle well, then looks to set a kick inside 50. Doing well, dropping the mark there at the last though was Chalkley, and now it's a snap towards goal. Umpire touched off the boot, and it's gone through for a minor score anyway. So they've extended their lead again. It's down to 7 points here on the Moonee Ponds Club scoreboard in this opening term. We've played 10 minutes, 1-2-8 the Snow Dogs, Uni Blacks, one behind.
So Moorfield from the last line, starting defensively. Of course, we've seen him have a go up forward this year, Hugo, to good effect.
Yeah, great swing man he is, and he had to jump up the hill to get the ball there. The patron didn't even get up to help him. That was one of the laziest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, the backside of the jeans is planted on that Buckley Street hill, not moving for anything. Moorfield's going to kick it towards us. Rana, good early body work. It skipped past him off the knees of Tommy St Clair, who's after it at ground level with Jack Cassidy. And Cassidy just wades his way loose of the contest. The kick forward wasn't much chop. Caven has been held onto there by Macking. It was either a mark or a hold. The umpire picks out the ladder at centre half back for St Bernard's. They'll go down the scoreboard wing. Next in the chain is Charlie Vague. A goal already in this one. Sits it towards centre half forward. It's a deep kick. McKenzie with the fist. Aleo at the back. He's got Tommy Sullivan for company. Holland was legged. The umpire said play on. Spreads it to Fergus McNichol.
Watson.
The big fella has a snap towards Watson in the square. Moorfield spoils it loose. It might be the Snow Dogs anyway. On the right boot and snapping it through is Lockie Papley from 15 metres out directly in front. And the Dogs have a couple. 2-2-14. The University Blacks one behind as away. Macking comes off the ground. Hugo Higginbotham. What's going on in the middle of the ground?
That patron has not got up to get the ball again. It nearly hit the patron, and it's just planted to the ground. The poor boundary umpire had to run halfway up the hill into the shrubbery there just to get the ball. I'm on patron watch here because I want to see if that person moves.
To the gentleman in the blue jeans and the checkered jacket behind the goals at the Buckley Street end of the ground, we salute you. That's strong work. So 13-point lead early for the Snow Dogs. Goals through Papley and Vague. 11.5 gone for the Moonee Ponds Club in the first term. Hugo, what's got the Snow Dogs off to this hot start? They've been impressive.
Oh, well, they're playing with a lot of confidence. They're moving the ball really well. Look, they should know how to play this ground well, but, you can't do much more than they're doing at the moment, Paddy. Here we go again.
Clearance won by Delizio. Throws on the boot inside 50. Bouncing ball to 10 forward. They'll gather this firstly here. Snap towards goal there from Vague. It's going to trickle into the pocket looking for Watson and Moorfield. And we're going to see if our bloke in the cheer squad's going to get the footy, but I wouldn't hold their breath.
Can someone get a stick and go and poke him? I think he'll be in trouble over there.
Let's just jump in, Matthew, and get down to Raj Johnson on the boundary for Author Sport Victoria.
Yeah, Paddy, Mitchell Hughes continuing to receive treatment from the St Bernard's trainers. Got a few tissues up against his nose, so it doesn't look pretty. We'll keep an eye on him.
So improvised plumbing work there for Mitchell Hughes. They'll be desperate to get him back out as the ball's tossed in. Watson clips it down to Papley, who was about to pull the trigger but was tackled at the last. They've got out of it there, the Blacks.
Here we go.
That is not insufficient intent. That is blatant deliberate.
Baloney.
And so the umpire pays it. That was about as obvious as it gets in the modern game. So St Bernard's will get an opportunity to reload inside attacking 50 eventually, if we can find the footy.
I think even our man Simon Petch would have agreed with that decision-making.
No, he wouldn't have. He would not have. What was he supposed to do there? Get the ball on the ground.
He didn't have any other choice. As Delizio kicks it back inside 50, bouncing ball. It's come out now, looking looking for Karan Barati. Tries to take on the tackler. Got past him once, couldn't get past him a second time, and he's gone. Holding the ball, and the Blacks will get out of trouble here. Free kick to be taken by Vesio. Inside defensive 50.
He's got no options here. The Dogs are doing a great job.
So Vesio, 13.5 gone for the Moonee Ponds Club, and it's a 13-point lead for the Snow Dogs. Kicks it towards the scoreboard wing. St Clair's in the chain here, waiting for the handball. It won't get to him. It's a kick towards Caven. He's got Drummond behind him of the Blacks. It skips them both. Here's big Tommy Sullivan. He tries to rage through a couple University Blacks, and he's tied up in the process. It'll be thrown up scoreboard side wing. Group change, still waiting to see whether Mitch Hughes can return to this contest. We'll alert you when he does. Here's Max Gray of the Blacks, feeds it backwards to Kane Loftus. Awkward looking snap towards St Clair at half forward. It's tapped to Barati, who's got runners breaking to the side of him. Eade, Caven at right half back. Down that scoreboard wing, it's a high arcing kick. Getting across to it is Max Gray of the Blacks and spoils it out of bounds in front of the scoreboard where it'll be thrown in, Hugo.
I'll tell you what, Caven's had a sensational start for the Snow Dogs. He is everywhere in their back line at the moment, but he uses the ball really well coming out. Not usually full back, he just bangs it on the boot and gets it as far away as they possibly can.
So it'll be tossed in centre wing, scoreboard side. O'Keefe had front spot, tapped it down. Schumann had hands to it, lost it. He's gone in again. Schumann done quite well, but it'll be another stoppage here. St Bernard's with the only 2 goals of the game. We're approaching 15 minutes gone in this opening term for the Moonee Ponds Club. Again, O'Keefe, who started really well, gets to Delizio, somehow got hands free. It's come out to Berardi on the left boot. He's going to run to 50, spear it into the pocket. It's an excellent pass from Karan Berardi on the left boot. Sets up an opportunity for little Tommy Sullivan, who's well and truly within range here.
That was amazing vision by Berardi. He was in the middle of kicking the ball, but just saw that little Tommy Sullivan had a little bit of space and just kicked it to his advantage beautifully.
He was the one who got the ball rolling for the Snow Dogs last week. Goalless in the first term, but he kicked the first 2 in the second to get them going. Sullivan comes in on the right boot. That kick is good. It's a goal. And they're on a hot streak at the moment, the Snow Dogs. They've got the first 3 of the game, making the most of the breeze early here. 15 and a half gone here in the opening term on the scoreboard for the Moonee Ponds Club, and it's 3-2-20. The Snow Dogs, Uni Blacks 1 behind. We might head down to the boundary line for Raj Johnson, who's got an update there for us on the boundary line. Raj, what have you got?
Yeah, Mitchell Hughes has got into the rooms, Matty.
So I've just seen him go past Raj with a fairly decent wad of tissue paper wedged up the schnoz. So hopefully, if it's just that for Mitch Hughes, we might be able to see him a little bit later on. For Hit IQ, Hugo, St Bernard's off to a 3-goal-to-zip start. Who are the key performers running hot at the moment?
Oh, Berardi's been sensational through the middle of the ground, and also Caven too in defence. So good start.
Has been that. So we'll get a repeat stoppage in the centre of the ground. Kane Loftus has got Dylan Gwynn riding off his right hip at every stoppage. So the heavy tag applied to the Blacks number 22, whose kick out of that pack was smothered back into the contest where James Clark lays a tackle. And we're going nowhere in the centre of St Bernard's College Oval. Sun's still beating down today in Essendon West. It's a beautiful day for footy. And the Snow Dogs have started hot. This is a free kick going the way of the home squad by the looks. Umpire's a little bit confused as to who this is being paid to. It's going the way of St Bernard's.
Oh, just keeps getting better for the Snow Dogs, doesn't it?
Everyone was a little bit confused there. Eventually we will get it to Ethan Schumann, the number 3 in the centre of the Snake Pit. He drives it as high and as long as he can. It'll go 40 metres out from goal. Back with the fight, Valpede couldn't hold on. Lockie Papley's around the place. Charges after the footy. Makes the gather now in the pocket. Snaps on the right foot. That is a pearler of a goal! Lockie Papley's got a couple to start the game. St Bernard's are on fire here. 4-2-26. The Blacks just the 1 behind. 25 points the advantage. 17 and a half gone for the Moonee Ponds Club in the first term.
That's an amazing goal by Tommy Papley. He couldn't even see the goal post from there. He was looking straight at the point post. But you know that it was a good goal because that patron on the hill, he turned his head. So he's made him move.
Signs of life.
We're on here. Geez, that must have been a good goal.
You called him Tommy Papley there, Hugo.
I did notice that.
Yeah, it was a play like Tommy Papley, though.
That's how excited I was. A trash panda.
We didn't quite get the Tom Papley style celebration, but the day is young, Matthew.
Yeah, it's still a long way to go before a 3 laps of honour for Papley from the goal. And there'll be another free kick. This time it's going the way of the Blacks. So rare bit of respite for them in this opening term. They've conceded the first 4 goals of the game. And they've got a bit of space here out wide. Can drive it inside attacking 50 here, the Blacks. Goes deep into the pocket. Hacking with a big fly over the top. Got hands to it. Now he's going to try and apply the pressure. Tongi is happy to just let that one go over the boundary line for a throw in. Inside attacking 50 here for the visitors.
Geez, I thought we were on then. Jeez, that was, you just see him working. This is going to happen. I don't know where, don't know when, but it's definitely going to happen today.
It's on the way. Paddy Greenlay is requesting he calls every Uni Blacks game from now until the end of the season because he wants to be there when it happens. The ball's tossed back into play. Macking with a big fly forward in the right. The umpire wave play on. Now Schumann's caught a tackle by Cassidy and will get a ball up again inside attacking 50 for the Blacks. Umpire wasting no time. We'll go at it once again. McNichol and Macking were both there. Neither got a tap to it in the ruck. And then another stoppage. It's worked slightly further away from goal here. It's just inside 50 now here for the Blacks. Still looking for their first goal of this match. Macking and McNichol were both there. I think McNichol got a tap to it initially. Cassidy was taken in a heavy hit. And the ball's moved away from him. Vesio playing a tackle and another stoppage.
For Tobin Brothers Funerals around the ground, D. Larcell 3-3-21, leading Old Scotch at Camberwell Sports Ground, 2 straight 12. So that's a nice start for Nick Highland's men, who've been improving in recent weeks. Macking with the hit out, Ethan Schumann with the clearance. It goes down the car park wing where Moorfield will clean up and go to Adderall of the Blacks. And he will trace the boundary line. Not a great kick. Just about picked out Karan Berardi. Went a bit further than him and out of bounds on the full. So the Snow Dog will take it from left half back. Berardi will think about the switch. Called to go rather quickly by the man in green. Kicks to a one-on-one. Big fist favour Jack Cassidy. That's an intelligent tap. Got Oliver loose. He goes back inside 50. St Clair from behind will fly. Won it down at the front from Tongi, who's down again. Vesio applies pressure. The umpire will call for a throw in. And, geez, Tongi has been in the wars to start this game. Nick has picked himself up for a second time in this first term for the Moonee Ponds Club. It's the Blacks just a one behind. St Bernard's 4-2-26.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day if it continues like this for Nick Tongi. He's picked himself up a little bit quicker this time around, though, and has taken his position back at full forward. Ball tossed back into play. Drummond having a turn to the ruck, got front spot there. And now Caven's trying to crash away through. Gets a hand pass out to Berardi, and then one more for Ethan Schumann, who started well in this match. Spears a kick up towards the wing, was knocked away. And there's Oliver with a clip inside 50. Papley getting in behind. Nearly got hands to it, roved it well, then shrugs the tackle. He was dispossessed, umpire wave play on. Wynn's kick was smothered. Oh, then a hack out of the mid-air there by Smith. It's still in defensive 50. He comes out now with a kick out of there towards the wing. It's marked by Watson, who got some separation on Moorfield, and there's got a bit of space, Watson. Kick up towards half forward to Vague. He's in space here. He's been held up, though, so he'll have to come back over the mark. Wants to go. Now called to by the umpire. Spears a kick in towards full forward. It's gone over the back. And they've got another chance inside 50 here, the Snow Dogs. Might have taken in the forward pocket. I think it might be McNichol. In fact, it's Delizio, rather, my apologies. So Luke Delizio will line up. This will be a tough kick from the pocket with the swirly breeze. He looks like he's going to go with the banana on the right foot. And he got it just a bit shallow, kicked it too straight across the face, far side, minus score. 4-3-27 St Bernard's. Uni Blacks one behind. That's on the Moonee Ponds Club scoreboard on this opening turn.
Did you paint a beautiful picture there, Matty? Because I did not watch a bit of that. I was watching Big Cave, and in honour of Pecci, he has been rearranging the furniture downstairs for the past 7 minutes. He had to go to the bench, and he's only just spat his mouth guard out. He was hit that hard down low.
He's struggling.
He's gone behind the box. He's gone for privacy.
I'd say we'd be keeping an eye on that one for Author Sport Victoria, but maybe just some privacy for Caven there. That was a decent hit to the unmentionable, so hopefully we'll be seeing him again. No sign yet of Mitch Hughes returning it for the Snow Dogs at this point. We'll be keeping across that one. It'll be thrown in 70 metres from St Bernard's goal. 27 plays won. All the Snow Dogs to start. Still looking for their first win at home for 2025. Liberatore to Ethan Schumann. Back to Liberatore, tackled off the footy, inside 50 now. The snap from Delizio to the top of the square. It'll pitch in front of Moorfield of the Blacks. It took a wicked bounce and Darkers threw it at best to Chalkley. And now Ben Oliver. So the Blacks will get loose through left half back. Oliver's kick is not good. Out of bounds on the full. St Bernard's will get another look at the ice cream here. Through Harrison Schumann. Two Schumans in this team. Two Sullivans, one O'Sullivan. Inside 50. Ooh. Big leap came from behind from Delizio. It'll be tied up beneath the pack, 20 metres out from the St Bernard's goal.
He's doing a great job down there, Delizio. He's getting very busy because they're very Matthew Watson focused. So there is going to be a little bit of time and space for the other forwards down there.
Hand pass has come out. Here's Papley again. Gets on the right boot, snaps towards goal.
Papley!
The line. Yes, it does.
Oh,
it's a goal. Papley's got his second. His third, in fact. I've lost count. What an electric opening term it's been for Lockie Papley. And they continue to have all the momentum here. The Snow Dogs 5-3-33, 23 minutes gone. And Uni Blacks one behind, and that is on the Moonee Ponds Club scoreboard. And our one-man cheer squad behind the goal.
He did
the ball
not
bounced
move
over
again.
him. Still refused to go get the footy.
And it bounced straight over the top of him.
Yeah.
And just watch staying in the game. Well, they're not doing a good job of that at the moment.
It's a decent start from the Snowies. 32 points up here. Decent wind, we anticipate, is affecting the scoring a touch, but you've still got to kick him. Successive stoppages in the middle of the snake pit.
It's what they couldn't do last week when they kicked with the wind in the final term.
Yeah, but also the Blacks have had a lot of the ball in their forward half, but they just haven't been able to get a shot on goal. So the Snow Dogs are defending really, really well.
Valpede was taken high by the looks of things, so he'll get a free kick. Man of the mark, Charlie Vague stands right in the centre of the St Bernard's College Oval. That's a beautiful kick. Henry Robertson now.
So the Blacks are very happy to slow things up. They're not going forward with much urgency.
Right half forward, the next kick is Cassidy. He might just jog inside 50. No one comes at him, so Jack Cassidy advances, kicks for St Clair. Caven's back on the ground and jumped across the front to take the mark, showing no signs of the earlier injury inflicted upon him.
He has tucked his jumper in there.
In the last line, he'll drive it into the middle of the ground.
He goes with a one-on-one kick down the line. It's come over the back, and it was a bit of an enthusiastic lead there from Ackland Evans. He didn't get anything on it, so unrealistic attempt. No advantage to be played. It'll be coming back to Delizio. the centre of the ground, and this will give an opportunity for Blacks to get numbers into defence.
But though, once again, that was a Blacks entry, no result, no score on the board, and now the Snow Dogs have control of the ball again.
Kick looking for big Tommy Sullivan. It's been turned over. Here's Tom Sinclair. He's got runners
Nothing
alongside.
forward of the ball. Nothing forward.
He's got to get the hand pass back here, Sinclair. It's still all or nothing here. Goes with a scrubby old kick inside footy. Just 50, just ran out of patience there. And Caven goes and wins it back. Goes with a long kick down the line, bouncing ball. It'll come back. Here's Ackland Evans again. Comes out wide. Valpede, and now another short kick. Oh, good courage required there. Was well done by Allow, and then he's going to set it inside 50, looking for Sinclair. Gets over the head of him and Papley. Now it's a bouncing ball towards the goal square. Caven back once again. This will be a good test. He's got to go and get it again. And charging through at the last, soccering it home. It's Vesio on the spot. A priceless goal into the breeze. An opportunistic finish by Louis Vesio. Toe poked it home, and they've got a goal, the Blacks. 1-1-7 to 5-3-33. Approaching 26 minutes gone here in the opening term for the Moonee Ponds Club.
Well, it was much better build up there by the Blacks, but also that's still an opportunistic goal. But you've got to kick him as well, like you said, Matty. Beautiful call there. Caven had a lot of hard work there, and was playing with a little bit of a limp at the moment, so that's not helping him. But at least they're on the scoreboard moving forward. But it's still a big margin. I know there is a breeze out there. There's still a bit of time in this quarter. What I'd like to see is the Blacks win this clearance and get forward again. Just get a little bit of front half footy just to get a bit of control back on the board here.
Special comments thanks to Hit IQ. Hugo Higginbotham on the call today. Back to the centre we go. 26-point C advantage for the home side. St Bernard's darkest into the middle of the ground. Won't win the footy. Gwynn did. Kicked it inside 50 for St Bernard's. Iamano comes up, gave it off to Charlie Vague, who's already got one. Steps to the inside on Aleo. Keeps on running. He's tackled as he kicked it, affected the disposal. Watson! Three attempts, couldn't bring it down. Moorfield with him the whole way. Clark and Moorfield clean up for the Blacks. It'll come the way of Max Gray, right half back.
So Gray's just happy to hold things up here now. They got away with one once again, the Blacks. Short little kick up the line to Robertson. Despite the attention of Vague, gets a little ear massage for his troubles.
The Simon Petch reserves handshake.
And Charlie Vague says, not guilty, Your Honour. Back to Moorfield. Another kick across the field of goal to Ackland Evans, who's got it at fullback.
They've got numbers out here, the Blacks.
And they do have one further afield, you're right. Chalkley.
Oh, they're very slow moving the ball.
Paddy Grinley is insisting on quicker ball movement here from the Blacks. He's not getting it. Chalkley's just going to go long up the line. This will go very close to the boundary line.
That's still in.
Might have been a Falcon in there as well. And it has stayed in play. Caven once more kicks back inside 50, asking a lot of Iamano, who had to compete against three. And the Blacks win it back out, but that's going to go out on the full again. So they'll get another opportunity. There's a magnet towards the boundary line there. Very defensive 50 exits, just coming straight back into the field of play here. It'll be O'Keefe who's got it.
A little bit of panic stations down there by the Blacks when they get rid of the ball.
So it's inside 50. It's an ill-directed kick, and it's going to be won back here by the Blacks, and it will be Gray to relieve the pressure here for the Blacks.
It wasn't a great kick to Chalkley. That's a handball underground to Robertson under the pressure of Holland, but the Blacks will get to right half back. Aleo is next in the chain, and Marks on the paint of 50. Defensive side of the ground for him. Great to see him playing Leon Aleo. A shocking history of hamstring injuries. That kick's not carried to Robertson. The umpire will bail him out with a high contact free kick. So Robertson, one of the inclusions today. Thought about the handball offside. He's put down by Vague late. That will be downfield. So Charlie Vague just letting a few of his Blacks opponents know that he's there today. Taken by Macking, who's kicked it straight to his direct opponent in Caven. It's the springboard part of the ground. Dangerous place to turn it over though. Mick Caven not in any hurry to move the ball on. From left half back for the Snow Dogs. He'll kick back in the Macking direction in the end. He spoiled it away. And that one will
free kick to Macking.
Towards Macking, yep. Delizio late to him, and Henry Robertson not happy with the treatment of his teammate there. These two just exchanging phone numbers on the far side wing.
I think he might have Caven's injury there. I think there's a bit going on there for Macking. I think he's a bit sore in the lower stomach region.
Oh, it's got a 50 as well. And that might be another one. Delizio and Vague have certainly taken their angry pills this morning.
Berardi and Robertson there. I think Robertson went looking for another 50, and Berardi let him know exactly what he thought about the attempt.
Now, he's got to be smart with this kick, Macking, because we've seen how long kicks have been affected by the breeze in this term. He's going to try and set one up to the teeth of goal. It's in a decent position. Vesio got hands to it. It was knocked away from him at the last. Gwynn tried to spin out a 2-3. three players. Umpire Wade play on. Snap towards goal was smothered. Here's big Tommy Sullivan. Not much subtlety in that kick. Just throws it on the boot as far as he can. It's exited the defensive 50, and they'll be able to get it out here. Eade got it looking for Watson, who's a long way from home. And there will be one back here. Snap towards goal from Clark. Won't have the distance. Coming over the top with Sinclair. Brought it to ground. It's just outside the goal.
There it is.
Poking towards goal. It's gone across the face. Caven's there. Oh, what a pickup that was from Caven. In one fell swoop, gathered and belted it out of the defensive 50. It's up towards the middle of the ground. A little Tommy Sullivan was legged. Umpire Wade play on. Appeals for a free kick. Nothing doing for the umpire.
Out of zone.
Well, the out of zone umpire has picked it up. It was definitely there.
He heard your call, Matty. You convinced him.
Well, somebody told him it was a free kick, and it's Tommy Sullivan, the little Tommy Sullivan, who's got the free kick, kicks in towards the centre of the ground. The mark had to be taken, it wasn't, and it means that they've got the numbers now, the Blacks. Valpede, what can he do? On the left boot, goes inside 50. It's
in the
to
back.
Sinclair,
That's in the back.
and the umpire has paid the mark. There were definite hands in the back there, and probably a little shove. And it's getting a little testy here in the snake pit, and it's going to be 50 as well. So what was going to be a tough kick with this breeze is made a certainty of. Sinclair puts it through. The Blacks have a couple in a row. Late in the quarter, the crowd is still not happy about that. They disagree with the umpire. But he's not changing his mind. He's convinced it was a mark, and an important goal into the breeze again for the Blacks as we approach the final stages here of this opening term. 2-1-13, 5-3-33. That's on the Moonee Ponds Club scoreboard, and the crowd still giving the umpire some advice.
I would suggest, Hugo, that a few of the patrons are aware of where the effects mic is.
Yeah, well, you can hear it from Melbourne, that one. But Michael Caven there, that's some of the greatest advice I've ever seen given to an umpire about reassessing the game. That was, he really wanted that 50, I think. He said, that's it.
Yes. Rana dispossesses his direct opponent there, and O'Keefe in the middle of the snake pit and wins himself a free kick. So the Blacks will go forward again.
Even though that effort from Sinclair, even though it was close to goal, it's not a gimme with this breeze. It would have been a challenging shot, and he turned it into a certain goal.
Darkest of the Blacks kicks it straight to Charlie Vague of the Snow Dogs, who is deep inside enemy territory, as it were. 32 minutes gone for the Moonee Ponds Club in this first term. Vague goes down the scoreboard wing. Big fly. It came from Eade, or Delizio rather. Couldn't get near the footy. And Conlon collars Adderwill and ushers him out of bounds beneath the scoreboard, which reads St Bernard's 33, the University Blacks 13. So first 5 goals of the game going the way of the Snow Dogs. Papley, 3 of those. And then the last 2 to the Blacks through the agency of Vesio and Sinclair, each from the goal line. Very different methods, it must be said. O'Keefe with the tap, straight to Clark. He's brought down and dispossessed. The umpire calls for it.
This breeze, that's the equivalent of a 50-metre bomb.
Yes.
From the goal square. Tossed up here on the wing. Schumann again, read the tap well there and kicks up towards the line. Was just getting a fist across there, was Adderwill rather. Taking no chances, just thumps it over the boundary line for a throw in. Can't be long left in this quarter. We're nearly 33 minutes into it.
Still plenty of time. Remember, we had a few stoppages in this quarter, so, it's going to go. There's a chance for another goal here, and the Snow Dogs will want that. It's in their forward half.
Been a lively opening term. O'Keefe used the body well. Fresh airy there from Clark. It's a full-on volley and missed it. And it's going to be a free kick, and it will go the way of the Blacks. No advantage to be paid, even though the ball was slowly trickling towards their goal. And now, no one from Snow Dogs is going to pick it up, that's for sure. Will Clark will do so instead, and he goes back. And they've got it here at half-back. The Blacks, short little kick is effective enough to Darkus. And that kick was smothered, so it was good anticipation there from Liberatore, who goes in and applies the tackle as only a Liberatore would.
Oh, yes.
And it'll be a stoppage on the wing, so it's good defensive pressure from the Snow Dogs.
So I'll be just curious to see what the Snow Dogs do here. They've got to go all out, but they want that ball down in their forward line. They'd love another goal before quarter time.
Tommy Sullivan roved it along the boundary line.
Here we go. Here we go, need a mark.
Liberatore with a kick inside 50. It's gone over the back of everyone. Now McNichol's got to do the roving. Wouldn't be the one I'd want doing that. And then a kick comes out towards Alawi, who's going to run onto it here. Got a bit of time and space. Kicks up towards Valpede. Doesn't find him. He's got to gather it on the bounce. Gets away from
Absolute
Sullivan
class.
really well. And then again, and then has a bounce. Gets past him. Now he looks to get past Tongi as well. Kicks inside attacking 50. Macking from the side. Got hands to it. And then Smith off the Schumann. Short little pass to Barati. They got space. Oh, we clean through Tom Sullivan's hands. Kick inside 50 to Macking. Wow, that's not a mark that'll take the highlights reel. You wanted to go there, Macking. And now the siren is gone, so just as well. Now this is going to be a goal of the year contender if he kicks it from here, because it's only a regulation set shot from 50, but in this breeze, it is going to take all of his skill
What do you reckon, barrel, Matty?
He might have to bring it out away, Mackie.
Go the barrel. Oh, he's holding in that manner.
He's going to launch from just inside 50. He goes with a drop.
there it
He's
goes.
going to go
He's
close.
He played on.
The
Played on.
umpire has said played on, so he's run off his line. Wasn't too far away from the goal line, but no score anyway. And we are as we were then at quarter time. The scores 5-3-33, the Snow Dogs, 2-1-13 Uni Blacks. That quarter going for almost 35 minutes. The goal scorers to this point, 3 for Lockie Papley, 2 to Charlie Vague, and 1 to Tom Sullivan. And then for Uni Blacks, 1 to Louis Vesio, Thompson Clare, and that's it.
Just 30 start. Matthew Donald with the bounce for the second term. That's all thanks to Nelson Alexander.
So what can the Uni Blacks do kicking with the breeze in this term? Vague's going to rove it. He got past Cassidy initially and was caught in a strong tackle that time by Clarkson. We'll get another stoppage here.
You can see the pressure lifted by the Blacks already. They're going to go hard in the middle.
We'll be looking for that pressure that Bauer said that they had really well in the opening 5 minutes of the game. There's Vague again. Gets the hand pass out and then a hurried kick up towards half forward. McNichol was there. Couldn't gather it cleanly. The hand pass comes back here for Karan Barati, who's got some separation now. Weir's on the
Matthew
left
Watson.
foot. Looking for Watson, who got hands to it. Was knocked away from him at the last.
Ball!
Then he was tackled by little Tommy Sullivan. The umpire waved play on. He's got his glasses back on now, the umpire. And another stoppage here at half forward. Well, at least he found them. There'll be a ball up just outside attacking 50 here for St Bernard's.
Don't know what you're talking about. They're doing a great job.
Well, there's a bit of a fight going on off
Yeah,
the
there is
ball
too.
here.
What's going on
They're
there?
having a bit of a dance. Vague and, well, Charlie Vague, that's not a surprise. And Cassidy, there's going to be a free kick going the way of the number 9. So he'll be able to send them back inside 50. He's picking up a lot of phone numbers today, Charlie Vague. That's at least 3, I think he's got now.
There's a bit going
Now
on between the umpires here.
Now there's another push downfield. The umpire's not seen that one.
Yeah, because they're all focused on what's going up there.
So Vague is trying to hit it up for Watson, who's got a bit of separation. He was just a bit too strong for runner there, was Matty Watson. And he'll line up. He'll be about 30 metres out on a slight angle, but in this breeze, it still won't be an easy kick.
Now, it's just interesting what's going on here. The Blacks seem very focused on being aggressive at the man, and there was a bit of that going on there. They weren't focused on guarding the space, and there was a massive big hole in front of Watson, a beautiful kick in, but you can't give that guy that much space, and you've got to be on the attacking side of him because he's so strong, he'll just hold you off, Matty. Even a big, strong, hulking bloke like you wouldn't be able to get near him, Matthew Donald.
20 goals for the season, Matthew Watson. You too, guy Hugo. Didn't kick one last week, though. Big opportunity into the breeze here for Watson. He kicks it high.
He's got it. Oh, no.
And he's just pushed it left. So it's an opportunity missed there for the Snow Dogs. And for Matty Watson, 5-4-34. They still lead 2-1-13. The Uni Blacks. Couple of minutes gone here in this second term for the Moonee Ponds, or for Nelson Alexander.
So the Blacks get away with one to start. Moorfield's going to kick it straight up the guts. Wants Oliver.
kick.
It's a great kick, Hugo, for hit IQ. Oliver marks and wants to take off. Gets away from Conlon with 2 kicks. They're inside 50 already. It's a high ball to Grocott. Caven will track it back after it was
Ball
spoiled. Macking is there, as is Valpede. Macking will be happy to see that one out of play. So all the way to the forward pocket in 2 kicks for the University Blacks. That's the name of the game, I think, today, Hugo.
Oh, that was a beautiful kick by Moorfield. They just to advantage, probably kicked it 55, 60 metres. They found that little bit of space, and look where they are now.
That's why Campbell Moorfield is a nominee for this year's Big V team after his representation last year. Beautiful kick of the footy and a pretty strong defender as well. He's got the job at the moment as a spare. And it's Mackenzie on Matthew Watson. Inside 50 with the Blacks. One down to the front. A whistle from the outer zone umpire for a hold. It's going the way of the Snow Dogs. So it will be Simon O'Keefe from the last line. Late in, of course, today after Matthew Soro was left out of the squad. Reasons unknown as yet. We'll find out from Steve Alessio perhaps at three-quarter time why that was, as he'll go sideways, not without some risk, Matthew Donald to Caven.
Yeah, Ruckman kicking short. I don't know. Caven's got it, though, at full back. All's well that ends well. It looks to come out the far side.
Good
Asking
mark.
a lot of Holland. Is one of the shortest men on the ground. Had to contend with 2, and there's not much chance there. So they've won it back here, the Blacks.
He's going to have a go here.
I'm just trying to pick up who this is. You're right, Hugo. He's very confident.
He's very confident, whoever he is.
It's like a very good kick, though.
Well, he just threw a little bit of grass there, so that exudes confidence, doesn't it? If you're bending over and picking up a bit of grass and throwing it.
Been watching tapes of Matty Lloyd growing up, no doubt. This will take a very good kick even with this breeze from 50 on the left boot.
It is a very good shoe,
Going to
actually.
go close. He's got the distance all right, but it was always to the left and a minor score. Still trying to pick up who that was. It might have been Driscoll, in fact.
Let's just go with
Got
that,
that
mate.
right, Driscoll.
Very
2-2-14 to 5-4-34. 20-point lead for the Snow Dogs.
Oh, jeez.
It's been
That's play
risky
on.
here.
That's
St
play
Clair's
on.
going to apply
he's in
pressure.
trouble.
He might have gone high. The umpire says no. I'll ball it
That was
up.
poor
Calls
old
it even.
That was poor old Tongi again. Geez, he's in the wars. Can't even kick it to him, the poor bloke.
Tongi had 2 early hits in the first term, and now he's having to have scrubbing kicks kicked to him in the back pocket. Doesn't want that from the throw up. It'll go towards the boundary line. Barati's the only one there. There's no teammate around for him. He's happy to take it out of play. So 5-4-34 St Bernard's, 2-2-14 the University Blacks. We've played nearly 5 minutes in the second term for Nelson Alexander. If you're thinking of buying or selling, you can contact John McKenna at Nelson Alexander. He'll sort that out for you. And after a slow start to this term at least, the Blacks have now got the advantage of territory. It's inside 50, 40 metres out, thrown in. Macking and O'Keefe. It's O'Keefe who pats it down to the front where it will be tied up instantly. And it will be thrown in the air.
So it's interesting what the Dogs are doing here. They just want to repeat stoppage, and they're taking their time, but Blacks need to win the clearance here.
Barati going to try and tap it back. Wasn't a very good one. It's come out only as far as O'Neill, who snaps towards goal. It's gone across the face. Smith was there on the last line of defence and takes the mark. So no score for the Blacks. Those playing along at home, looks like our chances of someone in the cheer squad picking up the footy has tripled. We've got 3 down there now.
They're not moving much, though.
Kick come out. Moorfield coming over the top with a big fly. No mark taken. Valpede was in there. And the umpire will call for it once more. So it's been a bit slower this second term compared to the first. A lot of stoppages. This one will be tossed up right on the paint of the half-forward flank here for the Blacks. Rana got hands to it. Wasn't an effective hit out. Vague on hands and knees. Now Delizio was looking for Gwynn with the hand pass. The kick eventually comes out. Tommy Sullivan's in there. Used the body well. He's going to get it now. Sullivan out to Gwynn, who gets past the man looking for Barati. He's got to be good here. He rode the tackle well. Got a hand pass away to Eade. Back to Tommy Sullivan. He gives a fend off. Get out of my way, he says. And he gives it a hand pass over to Holland. They can go inside 50 here now. It's a one-on-one. Got to be good here. Oh, that was really well done there from McKenzie. Judged it beautifully. And then a perfect kick out towards the back flank. Mark taken by Alawi. And then up towards the wing. And now they're in a bit of pressure. Good tackle there by O'Keefe. The late inclusion. Umpire Wade play on. It's come out now. They'll get it here with Eade, who's on the right. Boot sets up towards half forward.
Strong.
Gorgeous the body by McNichol. Did everything but take the mark. Then he was tackled by Moorfield, who gets the hand pass out. There's McKenzie again, who throws it on the boot. It bounces over the head of Eade towards the boundary line. Now, what does Simon Petch say? What does the boundary umpire say? Well, the umpire says throw it in. You go, what would Petchy say?
No, he'd be happy with that goal, actually. That was a bit of a 50-50 one. But what else would he have to do? These umpires, I don't know. What are they appealing for, these blokes? Just get on with it out there.
Strong feedback from our man Simon Petch.
I think that's something like he'd say.
So it's a shallow throw in. It actually looked to have bounced off Cassidy. The umpire called play on. Loftus with class emerged, kicked it to St Clair, who dropped the mark, picked it up and got around Smith okay, kicked it inside 50, shallow entry, picked off by Dom Sullivan of St Bernard's. And a great kick to Tommy Sullivan. So car park wing right on the boundary. Aleo on the mark was begging for the umpire to wave the hands. Instead, Tommy Sullivan's allowed to take his kick, sits it up high in the O'Keefe direction, playing from behind Delizio. Holland at the front takes the footy, kicks it towards centre half forward. It will skip into the corridor where Gray resides. He runs away from Conlon, handball to Oliver in the centre circles. Here go the Uni Blacks. Cassidy to centre half forward, beautiful kick. Vesio on the chest. And he's 55 metres out, doesn't want to take the shot, sits it up for Grocott, right option. Perfect. And Matt Grocott had an opportunity to spill it down his front and mark it on the second time of asking. He will line up from 25 metres out, just a slight angle to the left, Hugo.
You just see the value of moving the ball quickly through the middle of the ground, and then there's space, and you can kick to advantage to your forwards. You're not kicking to congestion and hoping for a sneaky snap goal or something like that. So that was very good. And I just like the composure of lowering the eyes, seeing the play there. There was a little bit of advantage. And now look at this. It's a relatively easy shot. And this is going to give us a really good look at whether those patrons on the hill will get up and have a look at what is happening with the ball.
Going every game this year so far. Matty Grocott on the runway on the left. He'll be waiting still for his opportunity. He misses to the left-hand side. And Hugo for hit IQ. Those 3 patrons sitting directly behind the goals haven't moved, but we've got some movement at the station a bit further back up the hill.
But there was one bloke who could have marked that ball, and now he's walked away, and he's walking completely away from. Don't stand there if you don't want to get hit by the ball.
Or at least
Crying out loud.
Or at least wave a flag or a pom
Oh,
or something.
something. Jeez. Get your hands out of your pockets, mate.
34
Bloody hell.
plays 15.
Sullivan with a kick out towards the back flank. That was Dom Sullivan. It's coming back here, though. It was a good flick away there by Papley. 3 goals in the opening term for him. Now doing a bit of work in defence. And then Gwynn got hands to the footy, but it's gone over the boundary line for a throw-in on the scoreboard wing.
You just sort of feel that the Blacks are probably wasting a few opportunities moving forward, aren't they? I don't know.
They have been. Well, we saw that was the case early with St Bernard's, but then they managed to get on a bit of a roll. So there's still plenty of time in this second term.
Yep.
Toss back into the field of play. Trickles inside 50. O'Neill got it down. Kick towards goal from Darkus. Goes in towards the pocket. No mark taken. Darkus follows up again. His hand pass was stolen away from him. But we've run out of real estate and we'll get a boundary throw in. That was Dom Sullivan again who cut it out. So they worked it inside, attacking 50, the Blacks. Still looking for our first goal of the second term here. Just 2 behinds to 1 in favour of the visitors. St Bernard's the host, looking for their first win here at the Snake Pit this season. Toss back into play. Drummond taking a turn to the ruck now. Clark. Drummond get it back to O'Neill. And now it's come out here. Flying snap towards goal from Oliver. And that's not going to be a goal. It's not even going to be a score. It's going to be out on the full. And St Bernard's will get a chance to clear their lines.
Peppering Hugo.
Yes, it's got that feel about it at the moment. But they've in their front half, but they need to make the most of it. There's small opportunistic goals out there. Oh.
For Autosport Victoria, as this ball makes its way out of bounds 60 metres from the University Blacks goal. Let's get down to Raj Johnston. You've got an injury update for us.
Yeah, Paddy, just keeping an eye on Charlie Vague from St Bernard's. He came limpy off in a lot of discomfort later on. Just pointing towards his bottom of his right leg, so it could be an ankle. We'll keep an eye on that and keep you posted.
Thank you, Raj. I'll be keeping an eye on the beautiful black dog just behind you, Raj, that's running onto the field occasionally.
They need a head count. That's an extra dog on the
It
field.
might be. Aleo is tackled by Tommy
Oh,
Sullivan, 50
tackle.
metres out. The umpire will stop playing. There's
There's
another
someone down.
snow dog down, and this looks a little bit nasty. Might be Papley, actually.
Yeah.
The umpire's going to stop play. He's just on the edge of the centre square, stretching
there.
out what looks to be a calf and not putting much weight at all on that right foot.
Some
That
guy.
is
Gee, he's
Lockie
in a lot of
Papley,
pain.
and he is, well, lame is an understatement. A trainer now out to him to help him get off the ground. It's a concerning one, Hugo, because at the point where he fell down, I didn't see the footy near him. So
No.
a non-contact one there for Lockie Papley, which is never good.
There's been a few non-contact injuries in this game so far, but no, that's no good for them. Raj will be all over that.
Yeah, more work for Raj Johnston on the boundary for Autosport Victoria as Papley is helped off the ground and play restarts half forward for the University Blacks. O'Neill and Rana around the place, Darkus as well. Holland, clean pair of heels,
Oh, good
dispossessed
tackle.
and tackled by
Good
Cassidy,
tackle.
gone. Closing tackle there from Jack Cassidy. 5.2 tackles a game for him, 6.1 pressure acts. Good enough for the second highest average in the VAFA. It's no surprise to see him closing quickly. He'll have a shot from 55 metres out, directly in front. Will be helped out by the wind as Matthew Donald. We can see there Papley making his way off to the bench very slowly indeed.
Yeah, it's not getting any better for him. It's looking more like a hospital ward as opposed to an interchange bench down there. We still haven't got an update on Mitch Hughes either. And Caven and Tongi running around saw too.
So Cassidy from the paint of 50 sits it up with the
Beautiful
breeze.
kick.
That's a gorgeous kick.
Needed that one, didn't they?
He's fourth on the year for Jack Cassidy, who's been in really good form these last few weeks. At least 21 disposals and 6 clearances across his last 3 games. He's got his first. The Uni Blacks have 3. They're 3-3-21, trailing St Bernard's 5-4-34. And Matthew and Hugo, St Bernard's kicked the first 5 goals of the game, and since then the Uni Blacks have kicked 3 in a row.
Which is really good, but nothing that a coach loves to see more than reward for effort, and that's what reward for effort is there. Beautiful tackle, closed really well, and then to finish from a troubling distance as well. I mean, only just got through. It doesn't matter how much they get through by, as long as they get through, Matty.
You're right, Hugo. It's tossed up once again. Rana got hands to it in the ruck contest. We're going to have a stoppage, and there's no way anyone's getting out of that. Hugo Higginbotham has special comments thanks to Hit IQ. There's been more than a couple of hits today.
It certainly has been. Lots of stoppages too. Bit going on.
So it was tapped down there by O'Keefe. Robertson's in there. Rana going back in, having another go. O'Keefe just happy to stay off the back of all of that.
And another stoppage.
And we'll do it again. We had a world record for stoppages last week here at the Snake Pit in the reserves match. I don't think we're quite on pace here today, but there's been a couple in this second term.
What was the record? You got the figure there for us?
I'll get back to you on that one, Hugo. Give me
Back to the lab.
Give me about 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, no worries. I'll put that one in my diary.
Iamano with the tackle.
Actually, that'll be the bye week. You're selling me a furphy
Well, you've
here,
got a
mate.
bit of work, I think, with the big V teams, Hugo.
Oh, I know. It's getting tight for selection too. Oh, anyway.
And there might be a free kick to try and clear this congestion.
There
Umpire's
is.
decided he's had enough. It's going to be little Tommy Sullivan who's got it now.
Oh.
Called to go by the umpire. So Sullivan
Matthew
does
Watson.
run off his line. He goes to half forward. McNichol was there. Watson was there. Went over the head of both of them. Funny looking hand pass. It's come out to Harrison Schumann, who's done really well. Oh, he's clean ball,
sneaky.
McNichol. And it's come out now to Holland, who flies towards
No.
goal.
Oh, hit the post.
Into the woodwork. There's been a
Oh.
couple of close calls in this quarter for St Bernard's, but it's yielded just the two behinds. 5-5-35 to 3-5-23. It's an even 2-goal game as the ball comes back into
Well,
play.
that's interesting.
And
What's he going to pay you?
it's going to be a
Oh,
boundary
man, just throw
throw in. Oh, boy. Harvey Driscoll's not happy about that one, but we're getting a boundary throw in at half forward for the Snow Dogs.
So it was Aleo to Driscoll, who had it for 9/10 of a mark before he was closed down on.
And then he had his arms chopped. Anyway.
So he'll be thrown in 60 metres away from the St Bernard's goal. And as it arcs towards the rucks, it'll be over the top of the numbers of 50. James Clark will tie this up. Yamano's on the bottom of the pack. It'll be thrown up again. So pretty stoppage-heavy last 10 to 15 minutes, which is, well, 15 minutes has been the duration of the quarter so far, which is how St Bernard's would like to play when they've got the wind against them. Free kick going the way of Clark. Cassidy thought about taking the advantage, then gave it back to the 21-year-old rather, out of East Point. And Valpede of the Blacks, both from that part of the world. They'll be used to the cold of wintertime. It's a kick to Oliver, has to play from behind, won the ball at ground level, kept it in, handballed it to his own advantage. He's fighting against 2 or 3 St Bernard's opponents. Oliver did well to advance the ball 15 metres up the boundary line, where it will go out of bounds between the benches, scoreboard wing.
And didn't lose possession, so he's done well there. We've got another stoppage, but it was interesting. I don't know if he handballed that one down on the ground there, Paddy. I think he more placed it and moved it forward,
advanced it forward.
In a throwing motion.
And away Macking's gone back just quickly, gentlemen, as well.
Yeah,
And the umpire has just gently
Full
placed
back.
it back into the field of play. Gathered by Sullivan, who wants to go on a bit of a run, has a bounce. And then another one. He's running laterally, has to try and find Liberatore at half forward, who's knocked away from him. It's close towards the boundary line now. Liberatore flicks it away. He appeals for the free kick, and he's going to get it. He's a little lucky because he did stop. He
stood
played for the
still.
free kick, but he got away with it, Liberatore. Then on the right boot into the pocket. Mac Yang over the top. Got fist to it. And now it's clean bowled McKenzie there, who's kept it in play. Gets a hand pass to Cassidy. Goes with the outside of the right boot out towards half forward. Almost a very strong mark taken there. Wasn't quite held at the last. That was Tongi. It's just not falling for him today, Nick Tongi.
No, no.
It's going to be another stoppage
geez.
here at half forward.
He'd want to be careful driving home. He's going to run at the back of the beamer or something like that.
I think I might just walk if I'm Nick.
He'll get run over.
If I can. Drummond with the flick back. Gray flicked it straight to Barati. Now Sullivan again tries to weave in and out of trouble. Does so nicely. Hand pass back to Eid. Lopes the kick.
Oh,
Inside
grab.
50. Great mark, Delizio. There was a pack of about 4 or 5 strong. And he had good hands and one clean clunk. He's taken the mark just inside 50 at half forward. It'll be a tough shot, but his reward for the mark will be an effort goal.
Mark of the day contender for Care Plus Auto Services there from Delizio, who came from 3 deep, as you mentioned, Matthew, but this will be a tough kick.
And you do want a clean clunk rather than a dirty clunk, Matthew, I would imagine.
True. So it'll be a tough kick here. We may have a goal of the day contender as well.
Well, he's gone very
Delizio
close to the man on the mark.
can get it through from here. It'll go close.
Oh,
And it'll have to
hello,
carry.
hello.
It's got there. How has Delizio pulled that one off? Into the breeze from 50. It's one of the best goals we've seen today. It's a goal of the day contender without any doubt for Gallant Auctions and Valuers. Luke Delizio from the arc into the breeze. What a bonus for the Snow Dogs.
Yeah, one against the breeze. That's huge. But you know it was massive there as well. That was Matthew Watson in the square, and he just shepherded that one through. And Macking down there as well. I was expecting him to take a big mark, but I can't believe how close Delizio got to the man on the. What was the man on the mark doing?
I know.
It went through his legs. I don't know. Jesus.
Remarkable.
Anyway, well, geez.
You could see the effect of the wind in the last 3 metres of flight, I reckon, because it dropped about 10 metres and advanced about 1.
You can see the effect of Matthew Watson as well.
yeah.
He just the rugby scrum, he pushed it forward.
So 41 plays 21, 20 points St Bernard's lead. Whistle in the middle of the ground. University Blacks will get the clearance. Loftus, who's had Gwyn for company for the duration of this game, hasn't had it his own way. The number 22, that's an interesting kick inside 50, didn't hit it very well, and Barati chops it off easily, and then goes very quickly and aggressively on the switch, finds Harrison Schumann backing into the pocket. Just seeing Lockie Papley walking up and down the bench in front of the St Bernard's coaching box. So we'll get down to Raj Johnson in a few minutes' time for an injury update on him as Schumann goes down the wing. Conlon went the flyer for St Bernard's, got a hand to it. Gwynn tackles
good tackle.
Loftus. You can pretty much say that 45 times today. The ball makes its way out of bounds in front of the Blacks bench. Right half forward for the University Blacks.
If you got to 43, would you feel the pressure to get to 45 and just go with it even if you didn't have the tackle? Or
Yeah, look, sometimes you go looking for a number mid-sentence and you just pick one out. So not my finest there, Hugo.
45 was interesting.
45 is quite specific and
Yeah.
quite a few tackles, I think, for our man Dylan Gwynn to live up to.
So it's tossed back into the field of play here. Now it's come inside attacking 50 for the Blacks.
There it is again.
And it's going to trickle over the boundary line for another. So interesting, Lockie Papley's got the calf strapped.
Yeah,
So
we
it
might-
looked like he couldn't put any weight on his foot.
We might get down to Raj Johnson, sorry, Matthew, just for an update on Lockie Papley for Author Sport Victoria, Raj.
Yeah, just what you guys are saying there. Lockie Papley has had his right calf strapped, doing some light joggy along the boundary, looking a lot better than he did 5 minutes ago. Hopefully not too far away from getting back on.
Drummond had front spot, was worried out of it by McNichol at the boundary throw-in. Cassidy gets it on the boot, bouncing ball towards the goal square. Trying to pick up where that one's gone now. It's
Top
just
of the
stayed on the
square.
ground.
Oh,
Everyone's
huge
running past it.
tackle.
That's a high tackle there from O'Neill. It's a definite free kick going the way of guess who, Tongi. And he's finally going to get a bit of luck. He's
And
getting
he got a
something
50.
going his way.
And you got a
He's-
sympathy 50.
He's got a 50. Well, his luck's beginning to turn.
Oh, and he's played
Tongi.
on quickly.
He has played on because they've got acres of space here and they've got a
They're
couple of
out.
players free. McNichol's taking the mark. Now, what's the big fella going to do? Is he going to go short? He does. To Dom Sullivan.
Just needs an option now, doesn't he?
What's it? Imano, rather, who goes for the centering kick towards half
Delizio.
forward. Delizio again. Couldn't take the mark, brought it
Yeah.
to ground. He may have given away free for a hold here. And he couldn't contend with the outnumbered situation that time. Free kick to Ben Oliver. It's an halfback.
Wasn't a great entry, really, was it? High, easy to defend.
So Oliver to
great
scoreboard
shoot.
wing, beautiful kick, you mentioned it. Attawell takes the mark, Hugo. In front of the bench, Angus Rana waiting to come back on for the Blacks. And we'll advance it further here, Attawell to O'Neill. So he's 2 kicks from home, 75 metres out. Here's the entry. It's going to be smothered and turned over. Iamano now with it for St Bernard's, who can go quickly. They've got one-on-ones ahead of the footy. O'Neill holds it up, though. Schumann's going to have to get involved. It'll be tied up. Attacking side of the centre square here for the University Blacks, Hugo.
Just the pressure out there. It turns the ball scrappy sometimes, but the pressure from both sides is elite. But you just waiting for something to crack here.
Special comments all thanks to Hit IQ today as Drummond flicks it to Attawell, who rages through the contest. The handball over the head for O'Neill,
Oh, he's
who
out.
burns away
Oh.
from Eade. Feeds James Clark. His kick was interrupted at the very last, and it trickles out of bounds in the left forward pocket. The Blacks got a flying shot on goal away at James Clark. Now has a sore leg for his troubles. It'll be thrown in, Matthew.
And even the most modern football thinkers will agree with Pecci there that that's just a boundary throw-in. No sufficient intent on that one.
Pecci's getting more mentions today than he would when he's actually calling the
Oh,
game.
he'll be lapping up every second of it too, I bet. So it's inside attacking 50 here for the Blacks.
He wouldn't like it, actually. He's a very modest man, Pecci.
Oh, absolutely.
You reckon?
Yeah, he'd be very flattered, do you think?
Holland runs an arc to try and get out of trouble. It does get it out of defensive 50. Coming over the top there was McNichol. And now Sullivan's got it. It's an arc back, goes on a
Barati's
marauding
out.
run. He's asking a lot of Karen Barati
he'll be
here
all
in Gray. Barati's a hard man to beat in the contest, but Gray's done well.
Yeah, beat
Got
him.
the hand pass away. Good tackle by Sullivan to hold things up. It's still alive here.
Whoa,
Animals
that's a
dispossessed.
throw.
Here comes Barati again. Spears a dart in towards half forward. Liberatore's got to be good.
Give it to Barati.
He can give it back to Barati, who's lost it at the last. McKenzie gets a hand pass away. Ed Watson bearing down. Another looping hand pass over the top. They've worked this one out nicely. Darkus, he's dubbed just as he gets the kick away.
Jesus,
Bounces
aggressive.
inside, attacking 50. Is that Campbell Moorfield on the forward line? What's going on there? He's a long way from home. Smith's got it now. He's then Moorfield once more. McNichol again. Moorfield, McNichol. It's a mangled mess on the boundary line
is.
here, and I don't know if we're going to get a ball up or a throw in. It'll be the latter. It'll be tossed in at right half forward for the Blacks.
So it's the Moorfield-Macking switch, Hugo. Macking's gone to full-back, Moorfield's gone to full forward.
Yeah.
So something just to liven things up. Caven's taken Campbell Moorfield.
I think the board man's got the board upside down.
So we do know they have that lever to pull Dale Bauer and his coaching team, as we'll get successive stoppages here as Clark turns tackler. 41 playing 21. It's St Bernard's who grabbed the lead early in the game. The first 5 goals of this contest, and are now just holding the Blacks at arm's length. Wind with the University Blacks for this quarter as Loftus lays a big tackle. Rana handballs inside 50. O'Neill fires it out wide. Grocott will track it. The boundary will beat him. He'll be thrown in 40 metres out from the University Blacks goal. 23 and a half gone in this second term. Thanks to Nelson Alexander. If you're thinking of buying or selling, contact John McKenna at Nelson Alexander. In this quarter, 1 goal to Jack Cassidy of the Blacks. Luke Delizio, 1 goal for St Bernard. So it has been the Snow Dogs without the breeze that have held strong. McNichol over the back of Rana, tapped it to the bootlaces. Tackle laid by Grocott, Loftus on the outside. Tommy Sullivan got the footy. That's the number 25 for St Bernard's, Tom Sullivan. Barati along the scoreboard wing, kicks it directly to Macking, who is impeded as he went back with the flight by Lockie Papley. It's good to see him back out there after what looked to be a nasty injury. He's strapped up and ready to go, Matthew Donald.
Macking comes into the centre of the ground, now to Oliver, who's got some space out on the far side, on the car park side, I'm told. Oliver sent a high kick looking for Moorfield at full forward. Caven came over the top. St Clair was down there. Barati again, who's starting to get involved. Good tackle by O'Neill. Barati somehow gets the hand pass away to Eade, who's got Watson up the ground. He contending with McKenzie. McKenzie did well to bring it the ground. Macking gets it now over to Oliver. Wants to set it up towards half forward with a high kick. It's asking a lot of
He's done well.
O'Neill down there, but he has done well. Gets it out to Darkus, who's got a man free. Oh, well done the last there from Dom Sullivan. Just got a decisive hand into it because Valpede was away otherwise. And it's knocked over the boundary line and we'll get a throw in at left half forward for the Uni Blacks.
Yeah, that was great work closing that one out there because Valpede, he was the right option there because he could just turn and move forward. So that was an excellent piece of work. You love to see that by your defenders. Just seems like the Dogs have been really happy to turn this into a real scrap this quarter. But I'm looking at the trees, Matty, and I think that wind has dropped off a bit too.
Well, it would make sense if Delizio was able to make the distance from 50 because the breeze in the opening term would have suggested he was no chance from there.
Yep, well, you got to take your chances when you get them, don't you, Matty?
That's true, and that's a stat I think that's worth keeping track of. Goals into the breeze. It's 2-1 in favour of Uni Blacks so far.
I'll leave that one
Meanwhile,
with you.
the ball, so I can count that one. That's a lot easier than world record for stoppages. High kick comes up into towards the middle of the ground. There's a whole lot of players just sort of standing around waiting for something to happen. And I think I might leave it to Paddy Grinley to try and sort out this mess.
Thanks, Matty. Contested last 10 minutes or so in a pretty contested quarter of footy. Tommy Sullivan's got to try and do something about that. Macking went for a fly, couldn't bring down the mark across centre half back. It's soccered. Gray will be first to it of the Blacks. They'll close him down. Gray can make a decision. It's a dangerous arcing kick to Valpede. Tongi infringed, and the Blacks will take the advantage. Down the scoreboard wing, Grocott turns the arc. Left foot inside 50. Nice kick in the Moorfield direction. Caven, who is playing a super game of footy, Hugo, takes the intercept mark.
Do you reckon Caven and Moorfield could go halves in a haircut? They don't need a full one each.
I'll leave that one with you. O'Neill, big spoil at right half forward for the Blacks from the Caven kick, and as they've done for most of this second term, it's a contested tackle fest at ground level. There's another Snow Dog who's slow to get up.
Is
the
that
whistle blows?
It's Holland, I think.
Yeah, the big fella.
Just trying to pick out, I think that might be big Tommy Sullivan, who is right now on his haunches.
You had pretty good odds of it being a Sullivan.
Yeah, there's 3 of them out there in yellow and I think it's a sort of navy, the Snow Dogs colours. I'll have to get to Joe Pingatara about the official denomination.
Blue and gold.
Blue and gold. Tommy Sullivan's back to his feet, so we'll resume the ball game 60 metres out from the University Blacks goal.
So 1 goal apiece in this term. We've ticked over 27 minutes in it for Nelson Alexander. The hands out to Gwynn, and they've got a bit of space here. The Snow Dogs kick up towards Papley. Knocked away from him, though. And it's good stuff by Ackland Evans over the boundary line for a throw-in. It'll be right in front of that scoreboard that reads 6-5 to 3-3, so a 20-point lead for the Snow Dogs.
We're in a red time here now too, so it'll be very interesting to see if the Blacks can get this forward. Maybe sneak one before half-time, Matty.
Yeah, goal either way is going to be really important here in this final few minutes. Rana with the front spot. Schumann with the tackle on Cassidy. He'll do it again. Rana again. Quinn was there, Delizio was there. Barati, he overran the football. Schumann once more. Oh, neat little spin out of trouble there from Loftus, so we haven't called his name much. Great kick and a good mark as well by St Clair, who's too far to score, going to spear it towards half forward. That's looking for Moorfield. It wasn't. He was never a chance of marking that one. It's gone out of play right where the 50 intersects with the boundary line.
Was that deliberate? It must have been deliberate, because I don't know what else he was doing.
Hugo, for Hero Q, I'm not quite sure what the Blacks are doing with their ball use with the wind. That was not the kick from St Clair. He's gone wide where he could have gone deeper.
Yeah. or find someone for a run and carry and get. But these shallow entries are absolutely killed. And that, you kick to that there. That's like on a normal ground, that would be in the car park. It's that wide. You just don't kick it there.
So Moorfield's going to do the ruck work here against O'Keefe. The ladder got hands to it. Vesio spirals a snap out on the full. That was not close. And the Snow Dogs will get the footy back.
And for once, a patron has got up on the hill and retrieved the ball. Thank you.
You are on
About
this.
time.
You might be listening to us on the SEN Stadium feature on the SEN app, which you can do as well from the ground.
No, you're one of the thousands doing that.
Tommy Sullivan goes long down the scoreboard wing. Schumann's handball was impeded by McKenzie, who's come up a long way. Cassidy is left upon by Liberatore.
He wrapped both arms and both legs around.
As
It's in the genes.
the flying bear hug from the number 16. That was fantastic. More of that, please, from Oli Liberatore. It all results in a ball up on the 50-metre arc. Blacks in attack. A kick off the bottom by the looks of a St Bernard's player. Loftus mid-air handball. Gray, left foot kick. High up and down. It'll go in the Iamano and O'Neill direction. Neither got near the footy. And Tommy Sullivan and Berardi are after it. It's the former to Conlon on the bounce, who's tackled by Chalkley. Here's Tommy Sullivan, feeds it backwards. Gwynn, who's had the job on Loftus and has done manfully, kicks it high in the McNichol direction. Ackland Evans brought it down. McKenzie kicks it high down the scoreboard wing for the Blacks.
High ball. Oh, it's gone right through the hands there of Sinclair. Vesio's trying to crash through. He gets it up to Sinclair, who fumbled it. Cassidy with a hand pass over the top. Watson's been thrown into defence for the last couple of minutes. Tongi, well, the way his day's been going. And then Gray, but he might get a free kick.
Got slung to the ground there too.
He did. It was an aggressive tackle, but Nick Tongi's got it here at half back. So he'll be able to just shave a few seconds off the clock here.
He's taken a minute to compose himself here. What have I done?
He's in no danger right now as he thumps the ball down the line. Big pack of players here. Rana got hands to it. There's Sullivan again, who shrugged it well. Got it over to Holland, who's got a bit of room to move. Kicks inside 50, bouncing ball. Got to be good here. So good effort at charging down the hand pass. And then Oliver. It's all happening. Collins trying to take on Oliver, who was having none of it. And then a little bit of afters as well. This is all happening right in front of us here on the St Bernard's logo with Robertson and Conlon who are going at it. And it'll be tossed in inside attacking 50 here for the Snow Dogs.
See what, Nico Conlon's not going to die wondering.
No.
Clark, clearing kick, advances 20 metres. Great mark, Schumann. So Ethan's going to get one last chance. 31 minutes gone, 41 playing 21. St Bernard's by 20 points. Kicking into the wind. Schumann sits it up there for the Leapers. All Blacks by the looks of things. And it could have been Clark or Rana. They could have raffled it.
Dogs had no one there. They had no one that deep at the time, and he kicked it deep to all the Blacks.
Clark will go to
Baffling
Gray, left half back,
they're
and
out
now
here.
the Blacks will go quickly. You're right, Matthew, they are out. Spreading handball by Chalkley. Next in the chain is Driscoll, who can get it from Grocott. The kick's not great. Harrison Schumann is there now with Driscoll. Soccered loose of the contest by Eden, out of play, and the umpire says throw it in. 65 metres out from the University Blacks goal. Car park side of St Bernard's College Oval, where it's been the Snowies pretty much from the jump. First 5 goals of the game, as we mentioned, and from there just holding the Blacks far enough away while they've been kicking into the breeze, Matthew.
Still time, you would think. Nearly 34 minutes in the first quarter, up to 32 now. Rana up at the front spot, flicked it back. Bounce off Delizio. And then the hand pass comes out. Delizio's going to run onto it now. In fact, it's Eade rather.
There
who
we
runs
go.
up the line, and there is the siren for half-time. And it's been a very impressive performance thus far from the hosts, the Snow Dogs, still looking for their first victory of the season. And at half-time, they've got a 20-point advantage. 6-5-41 they lead. Uni Blacks 3-4-22. Goal scorers to this point, 3 still for Lockie Papley. Singles to Sullivan, Tom Sullivan, number 8, Tommy Sullivan,
Yes.
Charlie Vagan, Luke Delizio, and 4 Uni Blacks singles to Vesio, Sinclair, and Cassidy.
Made a call, so we've got some sustenance for the second half.
And as we begin the third term, it's the Snow Dogs who hold the aces in this second half, and they'll be kicking with the breeze in this third term. Eade got it from Schumann, looked to give it back to Eade, but it's been cut out. Valpede gets away from Sullivan. He might be within range here, Fred Valpede. Keeps it low and hooks it. Oh, that would have been a bonus. Would have been a great start to the second half. We haven't even ticked into 20 seconds yet, and we've got a score 3-5-23. 3-4-22, sorry. 6-5-41, so a 19-point lead for the Snow Dogs. Scaven looks to bring the ball back into
You
play.
can see why Valpede gets the big V nomination this year. He is sparky when he's got some room. That's a great mark by Delizio in the centre of the Snake Pit. Got the body
Got
work on
players
Macking,
out.
which is difficult to do. Hits McNichol. He's 2 kicks from home, 65 metres out from goal. Gives it his all. Kicks to Watson. Got it!
There he is.
Matthew Watson on the long lead. Hugo was in the right position the whole way through.
He was space in front of him, so it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when with Matthew Watson, isn't it? He's such a strong player and he's that experienced, but the kick there, that was just perfect. To advantage, so move the ball fast through the middle of the ground, and a really good mark by Delizio there too. That was fantastic, and he's been big today, Delizio, hasn't he? He's been involved with a lot, so it's good. So what is Matthew Watson? He doesn't miss this guy, does he?
13 disposals, 3 goals
Have
last
I
time against the
done it?
Blacks. 40 metres out, 45-degree
I've done
angle.
it.
Hugo,
I've done it.
you've done him in. He's missed to the left-hand side.
Oh, outstanding.
It's a little ka-ching for the University Blacks faithful up here on the pavilion. A minute and a
there you
half
go.
gone, third quarter.
Unbelievable.
6:42 now, St Bernard's, 3-4-22, the University Blacks, Matthew.
Robertson will bring the ball back into play. Straight to Barati, though.
This is good.
So he might just be beyond him here. He'd have to kick from outside 50 if he is going to send it through. He'll hook it into the pocket, and that's going to go out of bounds on the full. That's a bit of a waste. Going inside, attacking 50.
Just a quick note, sorry, Matty, just noticed that from Hugo. So Hughes, concussion out of the game for St Bernard's. That's Mitch Hughes, the captain. Charlie Vague also done for the day with a calf injury,
Yes,
which
that's big. That is big.
big news for the Snow Dogs. We know that Lockie Papley, Matty, is also sore after what looked to be a calf or ankle issue in the second term.
And Nick Tongy as well.
Yes.
Who we've seen a few
He's always
times.
sore.
He's always sore. Ackland Evans with a kick outside the fence at 50. Great mark in front by Rana.
I think Tony's put his cat on marketplace because is it a black cat? So I think he's getting rid of.
Oh, that's not a great kick across the field to play straight to Tommy Sullivan. Little Tommy Sullivan with a dink inside 50.
Beautiful kick.
And that works. And this could really hurt. They'll get a good look at it here through Ferg McNichol.
Who went for the grass throw as well. It's
Yeah.
interesting. There's a lot of Matthew Lloyd about this place, isn't there? I know he's from this area, so actually he's hit a jumper on the wall up in there.
That might be why.
Confidence from a man who's kicked just 1 goal all season, Ferg McNichol.
Oh, he's kicked one at least.
So this kick will be about a 45-degree angle, 45 metres out from Ferg McNichol, the number 13. Comes in now on the right boot, sets the kick on its way. The goal umpire
Oh,
has
he
moved
loves it.
across.
He
It's
loves
got
it.
it though. He loved it as it came off the boot, Ferg McNichol. and the crowd love it as well. Great start to the second half here for St Bernard's. Ferg McNichol finding the target for just his second major of 2025. 7-6-48, St Bernard's 3-4-22, the Uni Blacks, and that is on the scoreboard for Community Bank Keilor East. And our expert comments thanks to Hit IQ. Here's Hugo Higginbotham.
Nothing better when the crowd gets involved. The only thing that would be better is you could understand what he said. I still don't understand what this bloke's saying.
I reckon it's just one bloke.
It is.
Not the crowd.
It is.
It's
And
good.
I think the toilets are full, Paddy, because there's a young man just relieving himself against the fence over there. He's 4 years old.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. It's all happening here.
Takes all types.
What's going on?
That's very special comments from Hugo Higginbotham. Here's Loftus in the middle of the ground for the Blacks.
Just
Kicks it
painting- just
inside
painting a
50.
picture.
Grocott walks outside of the arc. Didn't take it cleanly. Tongi got a handball away under pressure. Oliver spins through into the tackle though. Then got it loose, so he pings.
As long as we don't have a reverse angle on that.
Yeah, no, couldn't have thought so.
That's where I'm happy we're operating on the radio. Harrison Schumann, left half back for the Snow Dogs. Down the car park wing. Macking in a one-on-one with Delizio, or McNichol rather. Went with the big leading fist. Went straight out to Holland, who's got Gwynn for company. He turns, goes onto the right peg, kicks it towards the arc of 50. Coming across was Ackland Evans, jumped underneath the football. St Bernard's inside 50. He'll be tapped out of play and out of bounds and be thrown in. We might have to give old mate, I think, a set of headphones because he is giving it his best, and I think this kind of feedback deserves some time on the airwaves, Matthew and Hugo.
What did he have in the lunch?
So if you brought some of your
Don't eat the
special,
croissants.
if you brought some of your special comments friends along with you, Hugo.
And that's channeling Pecci, that bloke is.
G'day to Simon if you're
Yeah,
paying,
if you're listening,
listening at home. Ball toss back inside to the field of play. It's come out to Sullivan now, who was caught in a tackle by O'Neill.
Yeah, good
and
tackle.
it's been penalised. He has been penalised as little Tommy Sullivan holding the ball. Free kick to the Blacks at half back.
So we're going to very interested what they do here because the Dogs are on at the moment. They've closed out all the options.
Kick down the line. Oh, sorry, Hugo. Rana doing the roving and pass over the top. It's gone out of play. He was looking for Oliver, but it's found the boundary line instead.
Yeah, he was. The Blacks are just very reactive at the moment, aren't they? There was nothing proactive in what they're doing, and the Dogs are up and about.
So it'll be tossed in his centre wing on the car park side of the ground. A 20 or a 26-point advantage here for the Snow Dogs. So it comes back into play now, and goes for a high. Strong tackle there by Darkus. The umpire says no. We'll just go again.
And again, a stoppage here, but let's just see if, the Collegians are very good at clearance work. Let's just see if they can get it out here.
Rana down to Darkus, got through his grasp.
And
Garrett by
go.
Harry Schumann, who scrubs a kick forward, doesn't go very far. Robertson coming back the other way, gets the hand pass over the top. And now it can come inside, attacking 50 here. Moorfield still playing forward. Not a good hand pass, went past his man there. Although they've still got it. Alawi ran out of room just as he picked it up. And Caven has escorted him over the boundary line for a throw in at half forward.
So very important now that I think the Blacks need to get something in their forward half. Well, we're on their forward half. They need to get in their forward 50. They need to get a little bit dangerous and play a bit of forward half footy and put some pressure on the Dogs here.
It's like some organisation up front today. The University Blacks just haven't quite looked connected. Rana, two-handed fist down to Oliver. Schumann with him, taken by Ethan Schumann. And now it's in the hands of Gwynn. Had the job on Loftus today and done manfully. Kicks it high down the car park wing. Conlon. Ackland Evans gets a fist in. Loftus cleans up now. Macking. Dispossessed. High pressure from the Snow Dogs. Gray has to go with an up and under. It advances 20 metres down the wing. Robertson two hands to it. Darkus was clean. Now Oliver on the outside. Will kick a tumbling ball inside 50. Taken in the midst there by Sullivan. That's Dom Sullivan. And now to Eden, the Snow Dogs will work it out through Smith.
Who sets up on the left foot, straightens, kicks up towards the wing. 1, 2, 3, grabs from Fergus McNichol. Couldn't take the mark. And wouldn't you know it, gents, we've got a stoppage here on the wing.
Yeah, but that exiting kick there, we had another overlap handball where he could have gone laterally, but no, he's chosen gone to back where the congestion is. So both sides are tending to be doing that at the moment. So someone just needs to break that and use more lateral movement to open the ground up because it's a big ground.
Delizio was trying to charge through there and intercept the hand pass, but lost it at the last. So it'll be another ball up here.
For Tobin Brothers Funeral, scores level at the Melbourne University Oval, 37 apiece. Matthew Old Scotch leader by 8 points at Camberwell Sports Ground over D-Lar.
O'Keefe got the tap down, but it was O'Neill who was there to rove it. Spinning out of trouble nicely there was Schumann, who gives it over to Holland.
That's a great tackle.
Good tackle there by Alawi. Holding the ball, wasn't letting Conlon get out of that one.
Yeah. Yes, he's moved it laterally. Good.
And Short to Macking, despite the pressure of Liberatore, takes the mark and wants to switch it further across again.
Got players up the field, but he hasn't looked. Frustrating.
Good defence from St Bernard's to get numbers across quickly and just hold things up. Now the kick comes up there like that, went about 7 metres. The umpire pays the mark anyway, and it's been turned over. Holland gets it on the right boot, sets it inside, attacking 50. It's a 1-on-2, and it's a strong mark by Fergus again, who could be within range. He goes over the top for Watson. It's got to sit for the big fella. He gathers it. He's got to spin it. Gets away from Adderwell. Handbars into the goal square. Saffron Papley was smothered. It was great defence there by the Blacks. How they got out of that, I don't know. But they've relieved it now. O'Neill, he's got to deal with Berardi. He gathers the football, sets a high kick out of defence, but it's gone well out of bounds on the full. It's nearly landed in the car park, and the Snow Dogs will relaunch inside 50.
It was Sam McKenzie on the last line with a goal-saving smother on Papley. That would have been his fourth. Berardi will dump it back inside 50. Clark and Macking from 3 deep went flying after it. Conlon with it. Wants Iamano. He'll turn onto his right peg. He's got some room, Iamano. He kicks it well skinny and out of bounds on the full. It's not a 5 minutes that will be popular in the name of game service. Approaching 10 minutes gone in the third, 7-6-48. St Bernard's 3-4-22. The University Blacks that lead at 26 points. Ferg McNichol, the only goal of this third term, thanks to Community Bank Keilor East. Clark, right back pocket for the Blacks. Long in the Moorfield direction, it carries him. Tongi's out the back, has Tom Sullivan with him. He's been dispossessed, tried to slap it on through about 4 or 5 pairs of legs. Liam O'Neill emerges with it of the Blacks. Kicks it in the Grocott direction on the bounce. Smith throws a shoe at it. Loftus with him now. He spreads the handball to absolutely nobody. Tongi just decides he might pick it up and he kicks it straight to Clark. Not been great. Clark to Darkus into the corridor. Now they'll get some spread on the footy. This is better. Gray's on the outside, screaming for it. He's got Valpede leaking forward. He marks 52 metres out. Swivels his head inside 50. Wants running targets. Darkus running shotgun. Valpede holds it. Left half forward. Now makes a decision. Onto his left, into the pocket. Great kick to Oliver, who doesn't hold on. Gwynn got it loose of his hands, out of bounds. Left forward pocket for the Blacks.
Could tell from the second Valpede mark that he was going to try and get around the man on the mark. Just had that feeling to it. And he did it nicely, but couldn't quite hold on to it. So we've got a boundary throw in inside attacking 50 here for Uni Blacks. A good opportunity to try and get a rare goal into the breeze here. We've only seen 3 kicked into it all day. Ball toss back in here. Oliver got down low. Sullivan was taken around their head. And then Clark goes in. He's taken strongly in a tackle. And it'll be another stoppage. That was Eid getting over the top of him that time.
Everyone stopped because I saw that he basically ripped his head off, except for the umpire. They're just talking about that, Breeze, Matty. That has really dropped off at the moment. So kick goals both ways.
Gwynn.
And he's got it again.
Eid, his kick was smothered. It's come out now. O'Keefe was there. Comes out to O'Neill once more.
Oh.
Well done there by Tongi. Didn't get bowled middle stump. Just grabbed it. Kept the pass. Well, Mac King over the top. Good strong mark from him. Mark of the day contender, you would think, for Care Plus Auto Services. Now comes into a central location here. Ackland Evans has it now. Too far out to score. Going to try and spear it into Drummond. Gone over his head. Hits the deck. Valpede's in there. He applies the tackle. The hand pass comes out. O'Keefe, he threw that out. Umpire wave play on. Eid over the top. Looking for Delizio. Used the body well. Just gets boot to ball. And that was a throw as well.
Yeah, that was a one-hand handball.
Pay that.
That was a one-hand handball.
It was definitely there. That was the funniest looking handball I've seen for quite some time. The out of zone umpire picked it up. And it's going to be an opportunity here for Uni Blacks to get a goal.
There's one down behind play, Grocott, who is bent double, 10 metres out, 20 metres out rather from goal. Driscoll just checking on his teammate. Grocott looking sore. Physio out to him now.
James Clark to take the kick in the meantime. He'll be virtually directly in front here. He'll have to kick from about 40 metres. He's kicked 5 goals, 2 in his 7 games. This is the 8th game of the season today, James Clark. Back into the side, missed last week.
Just has to go through here for the Blacks.
Yeah, a huge opportunity into the breeze for James Clark. On approach now, on the right boot. Kick is on the way. And he has got it. And he loves it too, does Clark. He gives the big fist pump to the crowd. That's an important goal into the breeze for the Blacks. 4-4-28. They close the gap to 20 points here. 7-6-48 St Bernard's. And that's on the third quarter scoreboard for Community Bank Keilor East. Hugo Higginbotham. And special comments thanks to Hit IQ.
That was a very, very important goal in the context of the game there, because they didn't want that margin to slip away much more, the Blacks, and they do a really good job of keeping in the game sometimes. But that was there. That was he threw the ball up with one hand and then punched it. So that was a legitimate free kick.
Raj Johnston on the boundary.
It's interesting, guys, with that St Bernard's missed goal a few minutes ago, standing next to their coaching box, they were quite disappointed that the player who took the mark that played on and didn't hold and stop. So moments like that could come back to bite them.
Blacks back inside 50. Thank you, Raj. Moorfield. Tongi came over the top. Valpede racing after the footy. Gathered it. Has Oliver by hand. Decided just to take the ball out of play and create a stoppage inside 50 here for the University Blacks, who are pressing. 4-4-28 play. 7-6-48. St Bernard's in front by 20 points, Hugo.
Fantastic pun by Raj there too. I don't know if you got that, but the Dogs could come back to bite them.
There we go.
Great work, Raj.
You don't miss much, do you, Hugo? Very good from our man Raj.
Yeah, he's starting to get the hang of this, isn't he?
Very unassuming operator, Raj.
He is.
Just picks up a few things that you just don't quite notice at the time, but does a supreme job on the boundary for us as this ball makes its way back out of play at the intersection of the 50-metre arc and the boundary line. Fading sunshine here at the Snake Pit. The University Blacks, through James Clark, have cut the margin back to 20 points, but it's been that margin which they haven't been able to close much further on in throughout this game after St Bernard's kicked the first 5 majors of this contest. Drummond into the ruck for the Blacks. Tommy Sullivan spreads the handball. Attawell cuts it down, and he'll be cut down himself by Conlon. Thrown up 80 metres out from the University Blacks goal. Yeah,
talking about that margin, Paddy, I was just thinking before, we're 14 minutes gone or to go or something, like whatever, halfway through the quarter. Next goal is very important. If the Dogs can get another one to increase that margin, or if the Blacks can get one back in the context of the game at three-quarter time, they need to be just within kicking distance of that.
Darkus looking for Olivos, tried to take on two, and he's caught. He might have taken high. So the umpire spotted it. Some of the crowd disagree.
It's the same bloke every time.
Oliver to take the kick here between wing and half forward, though. Tucked up right against the boundary line. Wants to set it inside 50. Right, it's going to fly. Huge. Caven flew as well. There are a host of them that did. No one able to take the mark, though. It's in dispute here at half-back. Conlon gets a hand pass over to Schumann. Kick high towards half forward. Bouncing football. McKenzie's got to be good here. He's going to lead Watson to the football, and he's happy to see it go over the boundary line. And the umpire says we'll toss it in. And they've got out of trouble there, St Bernard's, and now they can reset here at half forward. Still with a 20-point advantage. 16 gone here in this third term.
For Tobin Brothers Funerals, the Zavs by 20 points at the moment over St Kevin's. Old Haileybury by 7 over Old Brighton.
Oh, look out. Big results around the grounds.
So some terrific contests there.
Formative results for the top four. We'll be keeping across that one over the course of the afternoon, Matty.
We've been given a dream round of fixtures this weekend, round 10 of the VAFA action. Ball toss back inside here. And we'll get another stop. And there'll be a free kick for a high. So it's a free kick. It's Delizio, according to the crowd. He'll be lining up from just outside 50 when he takes the kick. He's taken high in that contest. Luke Delizio, who's already got one in this game, loves to double his tally here.
Oh, yeah.
He's been good today, Delizio, hasn't he?
He has.
And this is this goal I was just talking about before, Paddy Boss, shot on goal. This is very important. This is going to extend that margin again, make it harder for the Blacks.
From just inside 50, Luke Delizio
Short.
kicks it across the face of goal. And Watson got hands to it. Not sure if it was before or after the line. It's gone through regardless for a minor score. 21-point lead here to the Snow Dogs. Now 7-7 plays 4-4. 17 gone here in this third term for Community Bank Keilor East.
Tobin Brothers Funerals, Scotch 47 playing De La Salle 43. That one's close as well at Camberwell Sports Ground and streaming on vafa.com.au. The Blacks somewhat awkwardly to half-back with Oliver, who is chasing this one as it bounces along the white line. The Blacks keep it in. Aleo just tumbles the kick as far as he can.
He's our man, he's our man.
Uncontested mark, which would be good news for him. And now he's going to go into the corridor.
Oh, he's turned it over. Oh, no.
He needs the contest, does Nick?
When's this man's luck going to change?
Driscoll at centre half forward finds Gray drifting inside 50 at his fingertips. He tipped it to his own advantage. Turns the arc. 40 metres out, Max Gray. Hangs the kick up. Valpede from the side. It's tipped through by Tongi, who recovered his own mistake. And rushes it behind. Not happy with himself is Nick Tongi. The Blacks 4-5-29, trail St Bernard 7-7-49, even 20-point margin here at the Snake Pit. Nearly 18 minutes gone in the third, thanks to Community Bank Keilor East.
Yeah, I feel for Nick Tongi. You can see him, his head's down, he's shaking it. He's got a chin up, son. You'll be right.
Caven with the kick back inside, comes out towards half-back, gathered by Holland, who comes in with a central kick. That's a really dangerous kick. Big fly from Schumann, couldn't take the mark. He might have got the free kick
Done
here.
well there.
And the crowd, and I like that one. So Ethan Schumann with it at centre half-back, goes short to McNichol.
I think that gentleman in the crowd might be a Snow Dog supporter too, by the sounds of it.
Every chance. McNichol goes long inside.
Watson!
Watson, who was too strong in the contest. He got the one-on-one that he craved, Matty Watson. And he'll line up at Hugo. I remind you not to say anything this time. Matty Watson's going to line up for goal 35 out directly in front.
You won't get a word out of me. You won't get a word out of me. But this is a very important kick where 18.5 minutes gone, so getting close to that three-quarter time, and this will extend that margin. If he kicks it to 27, and that's a big way to come back, considering that the Blacks have only kicked 29 points for the day.
Yep. No goals to this point for Matt Watson.
Oh,
And he's missed it. Oh,
that was not me.
that was not you.
Say.
No, I'm not going to blame you for that one, Hugo. That was all on the boot of Matty Watson.
It was, yeah.
Just hooked it. So a couple of behinds in this quarter for Matty Watson. Some golden opportunities gone begging. And it's back out to a 21-point advantage for the Snow Dogs. 7-8 plays 4-5 in this third term for Community Bank Keilor East. Here's Paddy Greenley.
Yeah, approaching time on, 21-point margin. Really important little part of the game now. The Blacks haven't looked like scoring fluidly all day, but they're close enough. How close can they get before we turn for home? It's a kick towards Grocott, scoreboard wing. Macking went for a fly. Smith was bundled away from the footy by St Clair. Tommy Sullivan picked it up, fed it to his namesake, the other Tom Sullivan, who went looking for Gwynn, who dropped the footy down his front inside the centre square. And hold on to it still, St Bernard's. The umpire lurks and will now play holding the ball. Free kick going the way of Blacks against Ethan Schumann. Clark's quick to move. Schumann down in back play. Clark kicks it forward, wants Grocott in the one-on-one. He's back on the ground, back with the flight, holds on to it ahead of Tommy. So he's 2 kicks from home. Ethan Schumann down in back play. Grocott drives inside 50. Moorfield's got it.
No, he doesn't.
Built it. Valpede, he could have run it in, couldn't take the footy, now has it, wants a target, runs away from Cayman Valpede, back to Sinclair, he's tackled, he's brought to the ground, the umpire calls a ball.
Oh, that was the hottest handball I've ever seen.
It is desperate inside 50 for the University Blacks, left forward pocket. Now what can they create from the stoppage? Matthew Donald, Moorfield in the ruck against McNichol.
It'll be those two, both tapped it down to Smith, who just goes anywhere will do, but he's kicked it to centre half back. Courage required from a couple of players, really good effort from both. Gathering it, snapping towards goal, it's going to work out.
Rightio, here it is.
Mark taken by Alawi, Leon Alawi's got it. Good snap around the body there from Grocott initially, showed good courage in the air, brought it to ground. And Leon Alawi, who has not kicked a goal this season, or Aleo rather. Assist there from Paddy, thank you. Aleo hasn't kicked one this season.
Very important kick this, because they've had a couple of let-offs with those missed goals by the Snow Dogs.
Huge opportunity here from Leon Aleo. Comes in now, and he has got it.
He's got it.
They've got a couple in a row into the wind. This is a big move now from Uni Blacks.
And you just think about a few weeks ago against St Kevin's, the Blacks in the last quarter, they were down, I think it was 4 goals, so they can kick goals very quickly. So the margin is closing now.
It's 15 points all of a sudden, 7-8 plays 5-5 on the third quarter scoreboard for Community Bank. Keilor Reese, Hugo Heaton, both of them for
Thank you, Matty.
hit IQ.
Now, Matty,
What sort of margin do you feel the Blacks would be comfortable running down with the advantage of a breeze in the last quarter?
3 goals would not be a concern to them whatsoever. But just getting back to that last play there, see, the quick snap from the back pocket there, 4 years ago, you kick it along the line because you're not going to get pinged for a deliberate out of bounds. Now, it's changed the game.
Special comments from Hugo Higginbotham for hit IQ. Clark back inside 50 for the Blacks, who are pressing hard. Tom Sullivan's brought down by Grocott at the arc of 50. Will have it thrown in the air. 22 minutes gone, third term, margin 21, or 15 points rather. So what more can the Blacks do as we tick into time on? Tom Sullivan, that's the one in number 8 for the Bernards. He goes wide. Berardi can't tackle Gray off the footy. His handball was askew. Tommy Sullivan went for the fend, and he went with a high fend, says the umpire. So Darkus will get the free kick, 2 kicks from home.
Loftus, he was free for a minute.
He was drifting forward. Grocott and Moorfield, the deep options for Darkus. He's just going to sit it up. Moorfield, Sinclair, Grocott, Tommy Sullivan, big fist. It'll go just about out of bounds of the pocket as Oliver is ushered out of play. Right forward pocket for the Blacks, who've had all the momentum in the last 10 minutes, Matthew and Hugo.
Yeah, they have, but it's the fault of the Snow Dogs. They missed those 2 goals that should have been kicked.
And they had that one in where Watson was running back towards the goal square as well.
Yeah. Oh,
with the smother on the line. I think that was Mackenzie, I think you said, Paddy. Ball toss back inside here. It's inside 50 here for St Bernard's. Coming out the back to Valpede.
There it is!
Valpede scores! 3 in a row! And they are right in this game all of a sudden, the Blacks. They are coming with a rush. 9 points the margin all of a sudden here at the Snake Pit. 7-8 50 to 6-5 41. Third term scoreboard for Community Bank, Keilor Reese. And the man from Footscray, Valpede, is in on the act. He's got a goal. And all of a sudden the momentum is with the visitors.
The closest it's been since the 10-minute mark of the first term now for the University Blacks, and wouldn't you know, Matthew Donald with the Footscray reference on the call.
Wouldn't bet against it, would you?
No, you certainly wouldn't. Not that we're gambling people, but you just see the class. You just see the absolute class of the kid there, and he's been busy this quarter. He's sort of putting a bit of a stamp on the game. Everything he does is special.
Darkus caught holding it in the middle of the ground. So Tommy Sullivan with the footy, who's just about single-handedly trying to keep St Bernard's alive here. 9 points the margin. Dodges around. Grocott on his case. He spreads the handball. It's a loopy one. It's Truman. It's cut down by Ben Oliver. Here come the Blacks again.
Give it to the skipper.
It's a kick to Moorfield on the lead from Caven. Caven rides him well. Wins the footy down at ground level. Drags it in though. He might be gone. Sinclair's over the top of him. The umpire takes pity.
I think Caven dragged that in under Moorfield.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's why he got away with it.
So right half forward for the Blacks. 50 playing 41. Only 25 minutes gone in the third. Rana and McNichol, Clark on the boundary line. It'll go out of play.
A stat for you guys. In the last 5 weeks, St Bernard's minus 92 in final quarters.
Ooh, that's a good one, Matty.
Good grief.
You've done your research.
Yeah,
Very much so.
That's what I do.
Is that what you do at night?
Yeah.
You just go for all the numbers.
Just look up numbers and VAPA stats.
Yeah, good.
So it's going to be here at half forward, another throw in. There's been a few of those in this third term. And again, it's going to be towards attacking 50 here for the Blacks. Berardi got a hand pass away out to Gwynn, and now Sullivan running onto it in a bit of space. Looks to try and hit up Watson.
Long way
who's got
from
it
goal.
now. You're right, Hugo. Far too far out to score. He's going to try and find a man over the back.
Yes,
Liberatore got hands to it. Couldn't take the mark.
Oh, he's hit the post! He's hit the post!
Liberatore's missed from point blank range. They've had numerous golden opportunities in this third term. St Bernard's, they've fluffed them all.
They can't buy one, Matty.
Mackenzie takes the kick in, and they'll be able to settle here, the Blacks.
Did you say fluffed?
I think
did.
so.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Just making sure.
Yeah, good. We're still on the air.
Back to double digits. 10 points the advantage. St Bernard's, geez, they're going to be filthy about some of the missed opportunities in
Yeah.
this third term. Free kick going the way of
That's
the Blacks.
going to the Blacks. Well, geez.
So they're getting just about everything at the moment, the Uni Blacks. They're rolling nicely. In this quarter, 3-1 to cut it down to 10 points. Goals to Aleo, Clark and Valpede in there. Oh, Sinclair went early. Didn't get really near anyone. Tried to get the lift off the pack, and there was no lift forthcoming, so he just jumped clean over them. And then it will be locked beneath the contest on the car park wing.
He actually hit the ground before the ball even made the contest.
It was a hopeful jump,
It
wasn't
was,
it?
yeah.
Rana just takes it out of the ruck, kicks towards centre half forward, fortuitously into the hands of Driscoll. He's 55 metres out.
That's got to be. Oh,
It was a close run thing. Driscoll now eyes darting inside 50. Grocot's the deepest.
it.
Darkus is the handball option. He runs away.
Oh,
he
great
falls
tackle.
down. Great run down tackle by Dom Sullivan. St Bernard's the other way through Delizio. Needs to get the
They're
handball
out,
over
they're
top,
out.
and they are out. Here's Liberatore. Winds up at 50.
Oh.
Pulls the kick towards Holland. It's away from into the pocket. Does he keep it
It
in?
is in.
He does. No, the goal umpire on the scene to call that one out of bounds.
Now Holland's in the crowd appealing.
Well, Holland has taken a seat
Yes, too.
over there on the Buckley Street Hill as the ball goes out of play. Left forward pocket for St Bernard's, 27 minutes gone. 51 plays 41 in this third term thanks to Community Bank Keilor East.
It's another one that they've missed here in this third term, the Snow Dogs.
I'm sure if Libba had that kick 9 times again, he'd hit him 9 times again. But that's just, unfortunate. But that's their luck at the moment, isn't it?
Watson taps it down to Holland, who's tracking it towards the boundary line. This time it's definitely out of play, no arguments there. So we'll do it again. 10 points. Well into time on now in this third term.
This is where the Blacks are great, aren't they? Like I said, they're never out of the contest. Even though when we looked like that margin was going to get a blow away. And that was the Dogs' fault with those missed goals. But anyway.
Watson and Rana both getting hands to it. Watson having another go. And then Ackland Evans was taken in a strong tackle by Iamano. So it'll be a ball up once more. 28 minutes gone now in this third term. Rana tapped it down. There's Holland's in there as well. He's not the only one. Another stoppage.
They've got a lot of numbers in there, the Blacks, because obviously they're looking at the clock. They know, we're in red time now. A dangerous spot. They just want to lock it up. They don't want to give anything away here.
They've got 3 spare behind the ball here, St Bernard's.
Yep.
Look back towards goal there. That was by Watson. Holland trying to crash through, taken and a tackle by Clark. Another stoppage. It's getting tense here at the Snake Pit.
Yeah.
Not for the first time in the last couple of weeks.
Tell you what, they made it on the grandstand. He's been quiet for the last 5 minutes, hasn't he? Not happy with proceedings.
Rana flicks it back. Oliver fumbled it. Berardi goes in now. Gets the hand pass over the top, over the head of Gwynn. Snapped out of there by Loftus. And it's a good mark by Sinclair as well, who's taken it at half back.
So St Clair just might be happy to slow this game down because the Blacks have got themselves in a position to make a run at things late. So he's just going to kick it long down the wing. Wants Moorfield who had to play from behind. He brought it down to the front where the tacklers will lock the footy up neutral territory car park wing. True centre wing. 51 plays 41. It was 41 plays 21 at three-quarter time. So a 20-point lead for St Bernard's has been cut in half in this quarter. Loftus and Oliver bash it forward. O'Neill has it. Little rolling snap that goes past halfway. Dom Sullivan first to it for St Bernard's. Quick hands. Michael Caven kicks it back down the wing. Oliver best position for the Blacks and holds on.
Good, strong mark there.
Yamano came crashing into him. Oliver was unperturbed.
You would have hoped that Caven would have had the look then, but that was just kicked straight to the Blacks.
So Oliver, car park wing, approaching 30 minutes gone now. Another high kick. Rana's the big Tall Timber rather. St Clair there as well. Barati and O'Neill battling next to the boundary line. Oh, St Bernard's
Don't
got
give up
through
the ball.
momentarily. Clark
Oh,
has just held on to his direct opponent there. Smith it was who came spinning through, lost control of the footy. Such was the velocity of the spin. Clark brought him down without the footy. He'll kick it down the car park wing, Matthew.
does so, Paddy. Watson was the target. It went past him. Robertson was back to relieve. Out to Ackland Evans, and now Oliver again, who's getting involved as the game goes on. Clipped over the top to Clark, who marks in front of McNichol. Right up alongside the boundary line here. Not much room to move for him. He goes short down the line. That's asking a lot of Oliver, who was met by Karan Barati, who was not hesitant to give away the free kick there. He wanted to make his opponent earn that, Karan Barati.
Conversation between the umpire and Karan Barati here, which looked a little bit stern.
No 50. Barati only knows one way, and that's to be aggressive.
Oh, I just think he was protecting himself there. He's jumped into the end. Jeez,
It's the case he might have been making. Oliver goes inside 50. McNichol with the spoil over the top. Comes out to O'Neill, who read it well. He was dispossessed. Shoeman to Shoeman. The Shoeman combine. Kick up towards Watson again, who's got to deal with 3. No good. Ackland Evans at the ground level, short to Oliver, who's made to earn it by Barati again.
Yeah,
that time he might have pulled his punch just a little bit, Karan Barati. Back to Ackland Evans.
No one took the mark there. What's going on there? Anyway,
Down the line, and good use of the
God.
body by Big Tom Sullivan. Sully, as they call him, down at the snake pit. Takes the mark, calls it on the umpire, and his kick is smothered. And now Conlon's got to try and clean up the mess, and he's caught. He comes back out now, and getting a kick away there was Tom Sullivan, the big fella again, who tried to redeem himself as the siren sounds for three-quarter time. What a game we have on our hands here as we turn for home at three-quarter time. It's St Bernard's who hold a 10-point advantage, but it's Uni Blacks who'll have the aid of the breeze in this final term.
It's 7 head for us, all for Care Plus Auto Services. You're in the hands of Matthew Donald.
We've got a ripper here at the Snake Pit as we start the final term. Rana and O'Keefe crash into each other in the contest. Delizio is caught by Vesio. The umpire wave play on. Clark with a hand pass over the top. Eade was caught looking for Schumann. Gathered here by Vesio, who's caught by Schumann again. Then the kick inside 50 from Clark. Goes over the head of the contest. Caven came out to meet it looking for Sullivan. He had a bit of a fumble. Then Caven's had to parry it away. And then a strong tackle's been applied. And that was by Tongi, who's inflicting a bit of pain on others now. So taking him long
he's had
enough.
enough.
Inside 50 now, the stoppage here for Uni Blacks. Valpede was there. It's
Oh,
to
really
O'Neill, who snaps and scores! What a start to the final term for the Blacks! Liam O'Neill finds the target. Big goal for him. And it's back to 4 points here at the Snake Pit. They're closing further still. Uni Black 7-5-47. They trail St Bernard 7-9-51. We've only just ticked over a minute here into this final term, and that's on the scoreboard for Care Plus Auto Services.
Well, that's not the start that the Snow Dogs wanted. But anyway, that was a really good surging goal by the Blacks, and you can just see the belief. They're running on top of the ground here, the Blacks. Let's just see what happens. We know that the Snow Dogs are very good at their clearance work here. They need to win this clearance.
Haven't led all day, the University Blacks. This is the closest they've been since we started this afternoon at the Snake Pit. Gwynn, awkward landing as Vesio tackled him and he's down. Vesio emerges with the footy, gave it to Clark, who ducked the head. The umpire said play on. Clark is now gone. And it will be a free kick going the way of St Bernard's, and there's an issue here.
Yeah.
The players are calling for a stop of play. And it was Gwynn who had his leg trapped awkwardly beneath him as Vesio tackled him. And he's lying on his side. He has barely moved since the tackle. Not a great scene here. The trainer's out to him now, as are a few teammates, just to reassure him.
Yeah, I think he got his ankle caught underneath himself or knee or something like that when he was pulled backwards. But he's
Well, if it's as bad as it looks, they'll have to play this last quarter without a bench.
I don't think they'll have a bench this last quarter, mate. I don't think that looks very good. But Papley, they're half the rotation. Well, they're going to use half the rotation now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's his good half.
So Gwynn on his backside. So it's really sad. He's in his first year of playing senior footy, the 20-year-old. He turned 20 just a month ago. 9 games and 1 goal this season, and he's now to his feet and walking off under his own steam, which is great to see, because that looked, to be honest, Hugo and Matthew, when the leg gets trapped underneath in a tackle, you start to think about broken legs and broken ankles. So great to see Gwynn walking off under his own steam, looking certainly very proppy, but perhaps not as serious as we initially feared for Dylan Gwynn there. So the Snow Dogs will get the footy back in the centre of St Bernard's College Oval. Gwynn just taking his time in making his way off the ground. And as you mentioned, Hugo, Matthew, that now means, as we assume Dylan Gwynn is out for the game, no more rotations.
Well, assuming, but if he's walking on his own volition now, it may be able to come back on, but we'll wait and see on that one. Raj Johnson will be all over that. Here's little Tommy Sullivan in the meantime, trying to get around Oliver and Clark. Did pretty well, got the hand pass away, but couldn't then pick it up. Oliver swoops in and then scots it over the line for a boundary throw in.
Did just see him jog, actually, Gwynn, which would be a remarkable recovery over the boundary line, but very proper indeed.
We'll keep an eye on that one, and Raj will get to him in a moment. He'll tell us what the go is with that one. As it's tossed back in now, Rana taps it down, looking for O'Neill, the goal scorer, who tries to just barge through a tackle. It's going to be the umpire who calls for a stoppage to clear this one up. 7 of the last 9 goals kicked by Uni Blacks, stretching back to the midway point in the opening term, and they'll get the free kick here. It'll be Rana who got it for a ruck infringement, goes high up the line. Good spoil there from Sullivan, rode well by Schumann, and they're away now. St Bernard's kick looking for Liberatore, who came from third deep, rode well by Iamano. Macking thumps it forward to Rana, and now Clark over the top to Vesio, who had a fumble, and another one, but he's still got time to gather it up and kick it towards half forward, but the kick is errant. It might have just pitched inside the field of play. And
It's still going.
It's still inside the field of play.
What is going
Tom
on
Sullivan was convinced that went out of bounds, and now the umpire signalled for a boundary throw. I don't know what to make of that, Paddy. I'm just going to give it to you. For there, that was
The
very
boundary umpire
strange.
was a long way away from that. No, Sullivan was probably right, but the boundary umpire or the goal umpire couldn't see it, so...
Yep. Dom Iamano just went down behind play as well for the Snow Dogs, but he's now jogging towards this contest, so hopefully no harm done there. They're going down like flies, unfortunately, the Golden Blue. As we're deep inside attack for the University Blacks, we'll get a throw up from that throw in.
What else can go wrong for the Snow Dogs? They're going to get sniped from the grassy knoll.
They're ahead. Wow, they're ahead by 4 points at the moment. They hope they stay there. Kick inside or further inside 50 for the Blacks. St Clair's in the goal square. Aleo with him. Tongi wants this ball to go out of bounds and attacks it hard to get it over the white line. It'll be thrown in right forward pocket for the Blacks. Looks like some cramp, I think, there for Iamano. He was very, very slow to get moving on the outer side of the ground. 51 playing 47. 5.5 gone in the final term for Care Plus Auto Services. Iamano getting that hamstring stretched out by a trainer as we watch this, Hugo.
Anyway,
So O'Keefe and Moorfield, and
Oh, it's a
snap
goal.
towards goal by
There it is.
Vesio. Oh, how sweet was that from the ruck contest? Instinctive from Louis Vesio. He's kicked a couple of beauties today, and for the first time in the match, the University Blacks have the lead. 8-5-53, 7-9-51 St Bernard's. 6 minutes gone in this final term for Care Plus Auto Services. And for Gallant Auction and Valuers, that is definitely a goal-a-day contender. Terrific stoppage work from the Blacks.
excellent roving there by Vesio. You actually feel, you can see the momentum. They've been in this situation before. Well, they were down by 10 points. They're up by 2 now. They've hit the front. That's an absolutely amazing turnaround. And they're hitting the ground, running, aren't they? They've all the plays in their hands at the moment. The Snow Dogs desperately trying to hang on, but I think they may be in a bit of strife here.
So back to the middle we go, successive stoppages. We can see from our position in the pavilion, Gwynn and Conlon just trying to keep themselves warm, to try and come onto the ground, but it doesn't look likely for either one of them, I must say, as this ball bobbles forward. It's taken by Robertson, who inches the kick into the hands of Darkus, spreads the handball. Aleo, they go forward again, the Blacks. Aleo's kick hung in the air. St Clair hares after it inside 50 at left half forward. Smith wins the day and gets the Sharon out of bounds, which is just about all St Bernard's can hope for at the moment. The Blacks in front for the first time today. They've kicked 5 goals on the trot to get there. 51 plays 53 here at the Snake Pit. 40 metres out from the University Blacks goal. Vesio with his second. 7 individual goal kickers today for the Uni Blacks. They've spread the load. Tap inside 50. Harrison Schumann after it. It's towed by
that's on the
Ben
full.
Oliver. Dom Sullivan threw a shoe at it and kicked it out of bounds on the full in the left forward pocket, and Oliver will have a shot. Just a brain fade there from Dom Sullivan. And it gives the Blacks the opportunity to reinforce this lead. Oliver's against the boundary line. He's a right footer. He'll step around from 25 metres out and put the Blacks. No. 3 points clear. It looked close.
Can't have missed by much. That umpire didn't move.
and there was 3 blokes on the hill, and I'm on hill watch.
You are on hill watch.
And they've walked away from where the ball landed, so the Snow Dogs fullbacks had to run all the way up the hill to get it.
Maybe that is our grassy knoll over there.
Oh, it is.
54-51,
There's a
the
second
Blacks
shooter, I
ahead.
think.
So they've got to try and find a way, St Bernard's, with no one on the bench to get in front. They trail now, kick out towards McNichol at the back flank. Couldn't take the mark, gathered by Grocott, hands it over.
Oh, big
and
hit.
Gray was pushed towards the boundary line, and now it's gone out of play for a boundary throw-in. Grocott, who hasn't had a huge involvement in proceedings today, he's been well held.
Nico Conlon looks like he's about to come back on the ground, which would be another miraculous recovery.
He's got that right knee heavily strapped.
Yeah.
You may have no choice. If you can jog, you've got to get back out there, given that they've got no one else they can turn to on the bench here. Ball tossed back in. Berardi was there. He couldn't gather it. And it will be tossed up on the point of the centre square, right half forward for Uni Blacks. Kicked the only 2 goals of the final term, and as we say, 8 of the last 10 of this match, stretching back to the midway point in the first term after the Snow Dogs kicked the opening 5 goals of the game. Now, there's a play coming off here
No.
for
Oh,
the
he's
Uni
done.
Blacks. Just
Looks
trying to
like
pick up. Is
Angus
that
Rana?
Rana?
Yep.
Now, that's going to advantage the ruck division here, and O'Keefe in game 201 for St Bernard's. We'll have a go against the relief rucks. It's Moorfield for the time being. Berardi's there. He's trying to crash through out to Iamano. He got a hand pass away. Now, Robertson's fallen into the back of his man there, and there's been a free kick, and it's going to go the way of Holland for the Snow Dogs, so they'll be able to get it forward.
So Holland, left half back for the Gold and Blue. Big numbers ahead of him down the line, so he switches somewhat dangerously. It gets to Caven before Oliver can get to the footy.
got him out,
And
he's
that
got him
leaves
out. Oh,
Schumann.
no.
That's Harrison over the top. No, it's all fallen apart. Caven kicked into the man of the mark. Oliver's on the scene now. He's helped out Valpede. Puts it inside 50. Aleo after it. He'll charge after Reid. He needs to get the handball loose. Did so. They're working out now through Dom Sullivan, the Snow Dogs. Crisis averted. Caven, right half back. And now they will work it out. Schumann. Car park wing, neutral territory. Fading sunlight in the shadows. Wants Tommy Sullivan down the boundary line. He'll leap, and he nearly had it. 8/10 of it. Chalkley takes the footy out of bounds. It'll go for a throw in here, attacking side of the wing for the Snow Dogs. 54 the University Blacks, 51 St Bernard's. The Blacks hadn't led all day. They took the lead at the 6-minute mark of this final term. Now they're trying to hold it, Matthew.
And it's Drummond and McNichol in the ruck here. McNichol got
It's another dog on the
to
field.
it.
We do.
Is that a Snow Dog who's injured or an actual dog?
No, we have an actual pug on the field in the forward pocket.
Schumann applying the tackle.
Leading
Yes,
aggressively.
we do. So that's sort of a reverse paddock thing going here. Just one out the fat side. He's making a lead here towards the
now
forward
it's-
flank, but he's gone a bit too early. They've actually got to.
The owner is trying to get him. The dog's not complying here.
They've got to win the. They've got to win the ball firstly here. They might
And he's
get the
giving
clearance.
everyone up the clacker too. He's played the boot into the dog there.
Well, his kick was
That's what he's
smart.
done from the RSPCA here.
This was Roberts. And the ball's gone out to play. The dog's gone out to play as well. So we can reset here for a moment.
For now.
It's a 3-point lead to Uni Blacks. The ball is on the car park wing. Neutral territory. Drummond with the tap down. Papley, who's back on the ground. He's caught in a tackle, and it will be another stoppage. That's 2 dogs on the ground today.
It has. He's put the lead on it though.
Oh, good.
That's what it's for, mate. Put the lead on it.
Should have been there to start with, but anyway, who am I to judge?
Yeah, exactly.
Drummond front spot, tap down. Schumann looked to get it out to Gwynn, who is back on the ground. So that's a miraculous recovery. And then Schumann again trying to fight through. Vessio's there now. He's caught in a tackle. Gets it away. Papley's in there. Hands it out. Holland wants to run onto it. But he leaves it for Tommy Sullivan, who had a fumble. Has he got time to go back and get it? He does. Over to Holland. Well, that kick has gone up and down the chimney mine. That's gone 15 metres high. McNichol wouldn't have been paid the mark. He might get the free kick, though, for a hold. He does. So he'll get it centre wing. He'll be able to drive the Snow Dogs inside attacking 50.
Just notice Conlon's back on the ground and he's gone to the square, so Watson come up the ground a bit higher.
It's a kick to a 2-on-1. Macking and Chalkley, Ackland Evans, it is Chalkley rather who flies. Macking will have to lay a tackle here in defence. St Bernard's pushing on. The umpire just waving play 40 metres out from their goal. Liberatore feeds it out. Tommy Sullivan runs towards the boundary line, pulls the kick across. Conlon's impeded by that injury, remember, as he comes charging out after it. Animal takes the footy, gets loose, gave it to Gray. He's got a layo. And through right half back, the Blacks will work it out. Loftus now with it. It's not a great kick in the Valpede direction. Oh, the umpire paid a mark.
Gee.
It looked to take a fair bit of grass on the way into Fred Valpede's hands.
Sensible by the umpire to not pay 50 there, because I think he knew that
Yeah,
was
he knew he
close.
made a mistake. That's right.
Valpede runs past the man on the mark. That is a gorgeous
Brutal
kick
shoot.
to centre half forward. It was a late closing spoil by Tommy Sullivan that picked apart the play. Harrison Schumann goes to Caven. He spreads it to Marcus Holland, car park side wing.
Who's in space now? Holland, he's going to try and want to set it up, looking for Sullivan at half forward, but it wasn't well read by him at all. It was a good mark by Robertson, who could relieve pressure here for the Blacks. He's going to kick it short to centre half back. And it's effective enough to Clark, who goes with another short kick up the line. And now it's Darkus who has it. And the fluoro green boots. Fans the kick out towards centre half forward. Gone over the head of St Clair. He's going to run back and get it now. Here's Gwynn, who's moving quite nicely. McNichol to Barati. Wants to go back with a hand pass. Short little kick up the line to Iamano, who's marked it. And the umpire's paid the 8-metre kick. Dom Iamano's got it now at half back. Loftus on the mark. Just goes high out the line. Watson's the target. There's a sea of Blacks here. Robertson coming in from the side, he's coming off the back. Liberatore runs in. It's a one-on-one. He's looking for Conlon. The kick's going to get to him on the bounce. He's pushed out of there by Adewell. And then Oliver goes with the kick out towards Schumann.
Another
He's the
chance.
only man who's got it here. He's just got to be calm here, Schumann. Spears it to Sullivan, but Oliver again. Excellent defensive work. Cut out the first attack, cut out the second. He's knocked it out of play for a boundary throw-in, and it gives the Blacks time to get numbers back.
You just can't help but feel that with Conlon with his knee injury, that kick by Liberatore in front of him, if he had been fit and healthy, he would have got to it, no worries. But great defending there. Nothing's coming up for the Dogs at the moment, is it?
Getting chances inside 50, approaching 15 minutes gone in this final term. Rana's back on the ground. Front spot, Tommy Sullivan's there, as is Marcus Holland. He kicks it high. That kick will carry towards McKenzie, and Watson, who got two hands to it, couldn't bring it down. Clark pushed off it illegally, said the umpire. Liberatore unhappy.
Gives him another one to go on with Litter. Wasn't happy with the first two hands in the back.
Clark, second year at the Blacks. Real improver this year. Their rising star of 2024. Dainty with the kick to McKenzie. And the Blacks just taking some of the sting out of this one. Robertson, left half back. The handball was for Chalkley. They'll spread it across the car park wing. Darkus over the top to Rana. Under pressure to Oliver. He's dragged initially. Oh, I thought he was dragged off it, but got through. O'Neill now to Clark. Now the kick
Beautiful
inside
kick.
50. It's a well-weighted, well-balanced thing to Grocott, who feeds Valpede. He can run it in. Oh, he fell over at the critical moment. Goes again to Valpede. Gives it back to Grocott. Blacks 2 kicks clear.
Great goal there, great goal, Valpede. He made it hard there, didn't hit every opportunity, but that was just excellent surging football. Just before that, I was about to say that, you know, the Blacks only had a 3-point lead. They need another goal because they were playing like they had a bigger lead, and they want to extend that one. And what do? Straight down the middle of the ground. Beautiful kick in the end for goal.
Yeah, they used the extra the whole way
Yeah.
up the
Yep.
line. They kept drawing the man and creating the space, so they worked it really intelligently.
And Grocott continues his streak this year of a goal in each game, up to 10 in a row. And he becomes the 8th individual goal kicker for the University Blacks today. Only Vesio in the multiple goal scorers column with 2.
So the challenge really upon St Bernard's now as we start again. McNichol walks away with it, but there's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go the way of the Uni Blacks. So they'll be able to compound the momentum with another entry inside forward 50. Rana's back on the ground. He'll take the kick. And he just drives it high up the line. Who's prepared to fly? St
done it
Clair
again.
went early again, real early. It's come out the back to Vesio,
Vesio.
who sockets it
Vesio.
intelligently to his own advantage. And then what's happened here? The goal umpire says his cap taken off. It's come into the post. It's been rushed through for a minute. It's all happening here at the Snake Pit. I think after all, that's a point. Let the
It was a
umpire,
point,
let the umpire get his hat back on too, I reckon.
I think it was Caven who went with the flying sort of karate kick style
Well,
thing
I
to
did,
rush to the line.
It was great effort there.
The Jackie Chan kick. No, it's not a good exit coming out of defensive 50. It's come to Oliver, who gets around Schumann, walks to goal. This is going to go close. It won't quite have the carry going back. Tongi's taken the relieving mark on the last line, and he'll relieve for the Snow Dogs.
So Hugo, what do you do now if you're Steve Alessio for Hit IQ? Do you throw some magnets around the field? Do you throw caution to the wing, just go corridor?
You've got to throw caution to the wind. You know, you're down by, 10 points, so they need to get something happening here, but you don't need things like that happening as well.
Macking chops down the kick from Tongi, and he'll have a shot from 55 metres at right half forward.
the other thing is, with the injured blokes they've got out there, there's not a lot you can do with Conlon. Like, you've got him at full forward. Where
Yeah.
else can you really put him?
No, exactly. But that's not the biggest problem. The problem is that at the moment they're just trying to bomb the ball at every opportunity. You need to send the runner out and tell them, calm down. We just need to work this methodically. We need to maintain possession. But speed of ball movement's key. And what haven't we done today? Let's change things up. Let's move the ball laterally. Let's try some things.
Macking for a 16-point lead. He won't score. It's well wide out into the right forward pocket where McNichol fists it out of play. It'll be thrown in beside the behind post, and gentlemen, it gives us the opportunity to go around the grounds for Tobin Brothers Funerals. Old Scotch by 21 points over De La Salle. Old Haileybury and Old Brighton tied at 69 in South Caulfield. Old Zaverians up by 21 points over St Kevin's at Toorak Park. It's Collegians by 5 points at the Melbourne University Oval over the University Blues, Matthew.
McNichol and Moorfield here. The two relief ruckman. Moorfield got hands to it, gathered it, snapped. His kick was smothered. He goes in again, gets the hand pass away. It's really congested here. Gwynn applying the tackle. Another stoppage. So Conlon and Gwynn, who we thought were done for the day at early stages in the last quarter, are back out there. Sinclair comes over the top. He's got a real timing issue here.
He's a recidivist, isn't he?
He's done this a few times.
He
He's given away the
assumes
free
that
kick
someone's
this
going
time.
to come underneath him to give him the second lift, but it hasn't happened on 3 or 4 occasions today.
I don't think it ever has.
Well, yeah, the team.
Oh!
Big fly coming in from the side. Rana Macking was there as well, but it's the former who's taken a nice mark. Taking a couple of good grabs here.
We've got every Snowdogs player just about inside the 50, the defensive 50.
So Rana drives it back inside 50. That has to be a free kick. The umpire waved play on. It's okay because St Bernard's have the ball anyway.
Liber.
Barati to Liberatore, who's got it centre half back. He's got to come back over the mark. He's got Caven running alongside. He chooses to ignore that, though, wants to go further afield, asking a lot of Conlon. Did reasonably well to bring it to ground, Conlon. He and Adderwell fighting hard for it. Neither can take clean possession. Now Adderwell's fallen on top of it. He's got a problem here. The umpire says, no, that's okay. That's okay.
Geez, he did well there, Conlon. Considering the injury he's carrying, they could have easily carried that one away, so he's done an excellent job there. But probably not the player you want to be kicking to, considering he's playing on one leg at the moment.
He is dead set moving like the Tin Man at the moment, Nick Conlon, so it's manful that he's battling on.
He only had a heart.
Yeah, well, he hasn't lacked any
he
of
showed
that in this
plenty of that,
final
yeah.
term. Gwynn was caught. Iamano gathers it, snaps inside attacking 50. Caver was taken over the shoulder. The umpire has paid the free kick. He's got it. Michael Caven with an opportunity to goal. For those who were here last week, he had an opportunity in the final term to score to give St Bernard's the win. The kick went out on the full. He's got an opportunity to redeem himself here today, Michael Caven.
So the thing with Michael Caven, Matthew, is that we're used to seeing him as a defender, but he did start life for the Snowdogs as a forward, a 47-goal season back in 2018 in Premier B. So he has got the ability to put it through the big sticks. What a time it would be to kick his first goal of 2025 here.
And they need it.
Big opportunity. He's been terrific in defence all day, Caven. Can he do the job up forward? The kick's going to go close.
Across the face.
It had the distance, but it's gone wide. Hugo Higginbotham was on the spot. He called it. 9 points. 7-10-52, 9-7-61 Uni Blacks in this final term for Care Plus Auto Services. Paddy Greenlay.
Robertson, last line, darts out of the goal square, runs his full measure, kicks it far down the car park wing. It's a well-balanced kick to Grocott, who came up a long way to mark that one in his chest. So the Blacks get out quickly and then cross halfway. Grocott wants Valpede or Vesio. He gets the latter rather. Vesio chasing after it now inside 50. Schumann with him. Schumann tackles Vesio off the football. Smith to Tongi and now to Ethan Schumann. Whistle on the play, advantage going the way of St Bernard's. That's a great kick towards McNichol. The fist got involved though. McNichol now ties it up beneath the legs. In fact, soccers it clear of the contest. Now Loftus or Harrison Schumann with the footy. Still on centre wing here. Car park side. The Blacks emerge. Valpede gets it. Runs inside 50. Loses control of the footy. Goes again as Freddie Valpede. He's out of control. He's wiggling to the inside.
Amazing.
He spots up Grocott. And the Blacks will get another shot at goal. Valpede's dancing feet. Sometimes he evades even himself, does Freddie. But Grocott will get a shot at his second from left half forward, 40 metres out.
He did. He made it hard, but he had a lot of composure there, and a lot of players. Some players have time and space, no matter how many players are around them. He always has time and space. So, and Matty, where does he play footy at a higher level? I think you mentioned earlier.
I think he's a representative for Footscray. He's been playing for Footscray in the VFL, who are having a pretty good season so far.
I don't know where I got that stat from, but I plucked that one.
9 points the lead for the Blacks. Grocott can make it really hard for St Bernard's here. He's left it skinny on that left. And still the door ajar for the Snow Dogs. 9-8-62 the Uni Blacks, 7-10-52 St Bernard's. Now, they haven't kicked a goal since the opening stages of that second term, Matthew
So
Dodd.
Dom Sullivan just going to walk this one out of defence. Goes to
good
McNichol on the
grab.
second grab. Did well. Good use of the
Oh,
ball.
he's made the push!
Oh, no umpire! No! Free kick for in the back to Rana. Oh, there were no hands there at all. Short to Aleo. Oh my Godfather, Paddy Grindley. Allow with the kick inside 50 now. It's a bouncing ball. It's come back out.
No, we don't.
Petty was not happy. We need to get him up on the phone box. And that's in the back. Bit of justice served and some Bronx cheers from the Snake Pit crowd. And they've got it back here, the Snow Dogs. They're not taking any, well, they're taking all the chances here in the world. Goes up to Caven and Macking. Two blokes who are putting in the air. And that's another free kick to Caven, who goes inside, attacking 50 for Watson. Knocked away from him. It's still alive at the ground level, trickling towards the boundary line. Appeals for insufficient intent. And that is not going to be heeded. It's going to go to play for a boundary throw it. Paddy Grindley, I've got to have a minute to go on about that free kick.
You need a cold shower, I think, my friend. So he's thrown inside 50, 40 metres out.
This is good by the Dogs because it's only 2 kicks. There's still plenty of time here. We can get a quick goal here. This is, well, it's game on as far as I'm concerned.
So they've got it inside 50. They're going to have a punter's chance here. It's thrown back in. Rana at the front spot over Watson, wins it down, and they'll tie it up. Chalkley doing the tackling on Liberatore. Right half forward for the Snow Dogs, who've had it inside 50 enough this quarter, but just haven't been able to generate scoring opportunities. Rana flicks it clear. Chased down there by Ethan Schumann. Lost control of the footy. Vesio,
There's
big
a free
tackle,
kick there.
holds.
There's a free kick. Oh,
Going the way of Schumann. So Ethan, he's 55 metres out. Collins in the goal square. Watson with McKenzie as well. The kick will go in the Watson direction, who is 3 deep. Rana at ground level, he's marked it.
yeah. He's done well there.
Got the first hand to it, and then as he was collared at ground level, held onto the footy.
And also, too, he's had his ribs tickled a little bit on the way down.
He's stiff enough to get a 50 there, I think.
What were you saying earlier about the reserves handshake?
Yeah,
that
that
might
was-
have been what was offered
that
to Angus
certainly-
Rana at fullback
certainly was.
here, and he'll move the Blacks forward.
So he'll take a moment here. Rana's taken some excellent marks in this final term. Call to go now, so he just boots it out of the defensive 50.
Oh, nice grab!
Huge fly coming over the top. Ferg McNichol.
Yep.
That's a mark of the day contender. Absolutely for Care Plus Auto Services. McNichol sends it back inside, attacking 50. Holland was there, couldn't take the mark. Spills
Great
off the back.
tackle!
Hardy with the tackle.
Rewarded umpire!
Play on. Hugo Higginbotham fuming here. Quinn with the turn pass out. Doesn't go very far. And now he's trying to take on the world. He's caught in the tackle. The umpire says, give it to me. It was Adewale who applied the tackle. They're pressing the Snow Dogs. They're not giving this one up
No
just
way.
yet. It's 25 and a half
Plenty
gone in
of
this
time.
final
There's plenty
term.
of time here.
Watson taps it out. Holland trying to run into it. He's pushed in the back. The umpire said no. There are appeals for it from the crowd. There are appeals for it in the commentary box. But the umpire said no. Give it to me. We'll restart it here with another stoppage. Everyone's in this half of the ground. Uni Blacks trying to hang on. For 5 wins in a row for them. The Snow Dogs looking for their first win of the season. Clark spins out of trouble and kicks it out of there. Their attempt coming in for the side there. There's the 7-20, and that's holding the ball. Nick Tongi's got things going for him now.
It's his time to shine here.
Now he's got to find a target here as he drives this one inside, attacking 50. He is just going to bomb it along. Sets it out to 30 over
Caven.
goal. Caven's
Oh! There it is!
There's your mark of the century. Away Mackie flew.
We knew it was coming.
He touched the clouds and clapped the footy. And he drives it out of there. I'm sorry, Paddy, that should have been yours. Another one. Oh, that's another one.
It's
We
still
got 2 in a row.
3 in a row.
Oh man, Matthew Donald, I think his head's about to blow off.
Sullivan
Don
going
Sullivan.
for Conlon. Yours, Paddy.
McKenzie, defensive 50 for the Blacks, gets it out to Rana. There's a lot happening here at the Snake Pit, you might be able to tell. St Clair loses control. Still the Snow Dogs come. They're pressing so hard. Papley swirls Vesio at half forward for the St Bernards. Papley on the bottom, Clark on the top. The umpire calls a stoppage. It's all happening.
Well,
Away Macking. The frequent flyer leapt out of the postcode. Huge grab in defensive 50. But still, the Snow Dogs have a puncher's chance. 10 points the margin. Berardi to the edge of 50. Adewale drop the mark. Now he's got a problem. Spreads it to Loftus. Just needs to kick it out of there. Does so down the scoreboard wing. St Clair came up to meet it and marks. And they'll peel off him and go forward. St Clair opts for the wider option. and just holds up the play momentarily. Grocot's been good in this second half. 52 plays 62. St Bernard's need 2 goals, 27 and a half gone. They're running out of time. Long inside 50 for the Blacks. Vesio chasing after it. He's tackled off the footy. Dom Sullivan goes for St Bernard's. Has got Tongi or Smith. It's now Smith. He's been tackled. Driscoll of the Blacks kicks it out of bounds on the full.
Now, we've had a few stoppages this quarter as well, so this quarter's going to go long, boys. There's plenty of time here. They just need to compose. They've got the ball in their hands now, the Dogs. Let's see what they do with this one, Matthew.
It's at the wrong end of the ground, though, for Tongi and for St Bernard's. He goes high up the line. McNichol was there. He got hands to it, rode by little Tommy Sullivan, but he's not able to reel it in play. Goes out of play for a boundary throw-in. 28 minutes gone here in this final term. So in terms of a count-up clock, we're thinking, 4 or 5 minutes still?
I think so, exactly. There's plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
It's exciting.
And they've been able to win the ball forward enough, Hugo, on that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Drummond front spot at the tap, the ruck contest, tapped it down, looking for Oliver, who's on hands and knees. Holland over the top of him. Another stoppage here at half forward now for Uni Blacks. Have kicked the only 3 goals of this final term.
Probably doesn't help the Dogs on their really good entries when Macking takes a mark like that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was a terrific grab. 2 mark of the year contenders in 10 seconds. Barati there, ground level. Drummond tried to flick it forward, eventually gets a kick forward. Now Barati and Gwynn applying the tackle. Combine and another stoppage. This has just stopped all of a sudden, this play.
And this is what the Blacks need to do now.
Yeah.
St Bernard's have been able to win the ball on the outside and charge it forward. St Bernard's throwing numbers ahead of the footy. The Blacks evening them up.
Free kick, it'll be Snow Dogs' ball.
Here we go.
So McNichol's got it. He's got a couple of players short if he wants to go wide. Instead he goes
Watson.
long to Watson. Oh, good use of the body by McKenzie.
He's been
Terrific
fantastic
one-on-one
today.
mark.
Mackenzie's been excellent today. Since they made that move, freed up Moorfield, Mackenzie's been fantastic.
So Mackenzie, 29 and a half gone. 4th quarter footy, still the 2-kick lead.
Great
Big
grab.
grab in the mark. McNichols had a strong 15 minutes or so. Goes on the switch, not a great kick. It'll skip through. Holland gets on the end of it in the end. Over the top to Eade. They've
Here
got
we
the
go.
corridor now, St Bernard's. Eade with the running bounce through the centre of St Bernard's
Watson.
College Oval. He wants Caven
Caven.
on a long lead. They all ran past it. Macking tracks it back inside defensive 50. Just tumbles the kick down the car park wing. It'll work out. Valpede, and then over the top to Oliver, an open space at left half forward. Numbers inside 50. St Clair's pushing wide. Oliver hits him in stride. He's 30 metres out, left half forward. And with a goal, can effectively seal this contest. 52 playing 62. 10 points to lead for the University Blacks. And Tom St Clair can put a button in it.
Geez, they've had their chances this quarter, the Snow Dogs, haven't they? That entry there, he probably didn't need to pull the trigger on that one yet. He still had some time and space in the middle of the ground. Could have taken a little bit more grass, pushed it deeper, but oh well.
Tom
And
St Clair.
there it is.
There's your game.
There you go.
And the Blacks have come from behind, like they so often have this season. They will win their 5th consecutive game. And pending a result at Toorak Park between the Old Zaverians and St Kevin's, the Old Zavs ahead in that contest at the moment. They will go into Sunday inside the top 4 of Vafa William Buck Premier Men's Division after starting the year with 4 losses from 5 games. What a turnaround it's been for Dale Bauer's men. 10-8-68 they are. St Bernard 7-10-52. St Clair kicks his 2nd. He's the only one of 2 multiple goal scorers along with Louis Vesio today for the Blacks. We're going to do it here at the Snake Pit.
What a come from behind win it's been from the Blacks. It's now at the 16 points. They're continuing to fight here, the Snow Dogs, but Clark's won the football, gets the hand pass away, comes out now to Alejo, who drives the kick up the ground.
Oh,
Looking there for Driscoll. Was he able to keep it in play? He was. Gets a hand pass over
over the
O'Neill,
top.
and then over the top to Darkers, who had a fumble. Still got time to recover. Looks to hit up.
There he
He's
is.
man inside 50, and there's Moorfield, who on the lead takes the mark, and he'll line up for goal. And this will just be the icing on the cake.
Skins Player of the Day nominees from you, Hugo Higginbotham. I'm thinking James Clark is my one for the Blacks, the number 8, who's been outstanding on the wing with a goal as well.
yeah, Clark, very, very good. The other one that I was thinking about, or possibly with Vesio's being good, I'm trying to find one against you, but no, I'm going to go with you.
So for the icing on the cake, the skipper, how fitting it would be. Campbell Moorfield walks in and wraps it up in fine style. What a victory for the Uni Blacks. What a moment for Campbell Moorfield. What a run of form Dale Bowers men are on. That's 5 in a row. Their 6th win of the season. They've kicked 11 of the last 13 goals here at the Snake Pit. And it's one of their finest wins in 2025. They are proving one of the teams to beat in this campaign with the run they're on. Full time, 11:8:74. St Bernard's 7:10:52.
Well, it was an amazing finish to that game, and just what I spoke about before the game, that the Blacks are never out of the contest, are they? So you look at that game, and just the belief that must be building in that side is amazing. Look, some great individual performance. One of the moves from Dale Bowers, the move of Macking to go back, that was huge. And, you know, he was instrumental in that because Matthew Watson is such a dangerous player. Wasn't playing on him, but playing around that area. So he was the one designated to peel off and be that intercepting player. Did it perfectly. He was an excellent player. And we knew it was coming. We didn't know where, didn't know when. Well, he laid it to the last minute and the most important kick of the day coming in. And he's just flown about everyone. Well, we already had mark of the day done. And he said, no way, boys. I'm here. That's mine.
He waited till the very last, did our man Wayne Macking, who promised us a specky, and he gave us one as well in the dying minutes. We'll have an interview with the University Blacks star wingman James Clark in just a few moments' time, the number 8. He's our Skins player of the game, all thanks to Skins, the pioneers of compression. You speak about Matthew Watson, 3 goals in the corresponding matchup earlier in the season in round 2 at the University main. No goals today. Should have had 2 set shot opportunities that he didn't take. But that's really the response, I think, that the University Blacks defence would have wanted after their round 2 loss.
They are